So I got tired of playing it off my PS3. PS3 emulates the PS2 and 1.
I think I just started streaming. I'm gonna have to look at the stream and see if they hear us.
Yeah, you're about to get
guys hear us?
Talk.
Yep, they can hear us.
Yeah, they can hear us. All right. So just to confirm, I want to know if you can hear my voice, Woody's Gamertag, and if you can also hear Kyle and Wings. Yep, good stuff. Good deal.
Hello.
Yeah.
First try.
What if they're just fucking with us?
But,
what if like the quality's what if these guys are all like bots or something, controlled by one person, and the audio is absolutely terrible, and then they leave before like the rush of people get in here?
Oh wait, we haven't added AllSham to the call.
Yeah, that's probably.
I thought I had him on my Skype, but
I do. I just need to find him.
Remember, I'm pretty sure I added him at one point.
All right.
Is his name AllShamNoWow on the call?
You can see it at the top of the Skype there. I'm not going to give out his name to the stream. We'll start stalking him.
Oh, come on. They'll respect his privacy. When has that ever been an issue?
Dude, trolls were recently like posting pictures of my house on some forum. It was terrible.
Dude, I wish they just post pictures of my shit. They steal my shit. God.
Yeah.
Like if they were just like, here's a picture of FPS Kyle's YouTube channel, that'd be fine. But no, they're like, I took FPS Kyle's YouTube channel.
oh, that's what you meant by stealing. Because I was halfway thinking,
yeah,
dude, I wish they stole stuff. Because, like, you know how many times I've been to the range dreaming about this?
Yeah, they don't steal real shit. They steal digital shit. But the problem is they don't realize the monetary value that a part YouTube channel has.
If there's any ladies out here, you ever see a man standing on the front porch looking over the yawn with nothing? It doesn't seem like he's doing it for no reason. He's imagining that burglar running across and wondering how much he has to lead him.
Mercadurka is so bummed. He writes me on Skype every now and then because we invited Mercadurka to our guest, and he has I think he's studying Italian tonight. He's got some big test tomorrow, and he's wanted to be on this podcast for a couple of weeks now, or maybe even 2 months. And I finally give him the go ahead. Say, hey man, you want in? And he's like, of all nights. He couldn't do it tonight, so oh well.
Yeah, that sucks. Mercadurka's was super helpful for me when the fpsrussia channel got hacked, and I was looking to see if anybody was going to help him get it started up again. Merca was like, yeah, man. Even Junkyard comes to me. He's like, so Merca says you're gonna need a lot of help here. I'm down, man. I'm like, how many people did Merca go to?
Yeah, man.
A lot, though. I appreciate that.
That's one of the things. I did this recent video. I don't know if you guys watched my videos or not, but I did this thing on how to be a YouTube star, and one of those things was partnerships. Like if I ever lost my channel, I suspect that the two of you guys and then the Optic guys, Hutch, Only Use Me Blade, like there would be a lot of community support to help me get my next channel going. I think it would happen pretty quickly.
Nah.
No,
we had you right where we wanted you then. We'd be like, all right, Woody, $50 a pop. Let's do this.
Oh man,
we need to get AllSham on here. We got them all lined up, and
while they're doing that, I want to tell the people that I recently bought a PS2, and if there's any games you want to see me Let's Play, just send them to me in the mail and leave a note on them.
I don't want to talk too much trash, but I totally pwned SpongeBob SquarePants Bikini Bottom on the PS2. So if you think you can hang with me...
On that note, I'm gonna go get my cigarettes. Hang on.
Does that got a difficulty level, Woody?
I don't know, but I'll tell you, it's pretty difficult. Towards the
end
there...
I got my ass kicked by Pac-Man on PS2 one time.
Did you?
Yeah.
See you guys in the stream. Have you played Bikini Bottom, SpongeBob SquarePants? It was like... in the beginning, of course, it's easy enough. But then there were a couple levels on there, and my goodness.
It was like, this for kids? This is vicious.
Oh,
see what happens SquarePants game?
Yeah. So I
couldn't beat it. I could not beat it.
You could. So my kids, they would hand me the controller whenever things got really tough. Because while I'm not like one of those, absolutely people who are brilliant on the stick, in my house, I am head and shoulders above everybody else. So when they get to a hard part, I would go there, I'd beat it, and I'd hand it back and let them do the grind. Well, it got to be that they didn't really develop the skill set to handle the stuff at the end, so it was just me playing. It was me playing and them all watching so they could see how it ended, and I didn't even want to play. But yeah, I beat SpongeBob. Everyone got to see it. Cool story, bro. So,
I've been there many times.
the man cave has 2 monitors now. And this thing, so I love my monitor. I got a 24-inch monitor that has this great response rate. It's the Acer H243H. So if you guys want to know, and I've always loved this thing. Sandy has it too, and he loved it, but his broke today, so he's getting a little sour on it. But because of recording the live commentary, like, you know, the in-game voices, starting and stopping between games was getting to be a total nightmare because I had like to stop Audacity, stop the gameplay, record it, take Audacity, rip an MP3, put it in a folder, gather it for later. It was crazy. And I bought a second monitor. So now the man cave is rocking 2 24-inch monitors on a 22 square foot maple mahogany desk that I made myself. And I'm just, dude, I'm like Dr. Evil here. Like, this is awesome. I'm just rocking the coolest office I've seen. I'm psyched.
Yeah. With that being news, I kind of figured a way around my upload speed, attrition. I think I'm going to go out and buy a second modem.
Oh.
Just pay for 2 internet lines to my house. Have one that's continually uploading videos and one so I can continually play online.
Can you do that?
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Really?
That way I can upload videos all day.
You can get separate landlines.
Huh. Now you got me.
I mean, I'm pretty sure any internet company would do that if you're willing to pay the money for it.
I don't even know, right? Because there's only one cable line that runs to the house. Do they bring in a separate, like, actual, what is it, BNC cable, or, you know,
Well, they
sure they would.
to the house?
They bring another modem back to the house and run another cable for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Huh.
It's just another line going to the same place.
No more wife on Netflix issues. No more.
You have your own.
Yeah, I could have a man cave line. Not even a man cave line. I want 2 lines of the man cave. We'll have one for my gaming and one for upload Netflix, yada yada yada.
So anybody who's been thinking I'm uploading a lot of videos now, you're in for a treat.
I noticed you've slowed down. You put up like 11 videos or 9 videos on the 31st.
Yeah.
What have you done for me lately?
I've put up 4 videos
Yeah, right.
today, and I'm rendering my 4th one for the night right now.
Yawn. 4? Come on. Get to
How
work.
do you possibly make that many videos? I don't understand.
Dude, I have been working 10 hours a day for the last 2 or 3 days.
It's like when you started doing the Woody's challenge, I was like, how does somebody commentate 2 or 3 games in one day? I can't do that. It's not possible.
I did 5 last night.
Ugh, geez.
Different games.
I've got
Yeah.
I could do like probably 6 or 7 good videos right now because I have these ideas stored up, but then it would run out.
Then we wouldn't have a podcast.
The ideas would run out.
Yeah, like I've got a bunch that I want to do. Like, you know, I don't even want to give away my ideas, but yeah, I've got a couple video ideas, and but then once they run out, if I did 11 a day, I'd soon be talking about, like, I don't know, personal hygiene or toenail clippings or something.
Well, I'm gonna drop some podcast exclusive before the podcast secrets here. I've come up with a new idea for a little segment on my channel. It's called Comfort Zone, and I'm gonna post a video probably sometime tomorrow of me running the flag and capture the flag, playing outside of my comfort zone. Then I'm gonna call out another YouTuber and ask him to play out his comfort zone, and I'll give him a week to do it, to try to do my challenge, and then I'll bring him on and do a dual combo on my channel with him, with his video.
Where'd you come up with that name for that
I think
little
you gave
video?
it to me.
Dude, you should call me out. Call me out, man. I've even got an idea on how you can do it, because I'm fine with the
I
camping
got one
style.
for you already, buddy.
I want to hear what it is. Let's see if it's the same as mine.
They can play without an
I
AK.
want you to be the MVP of the TDM with a cold-blooded sniper rifle.
Oh, yeah. See, a sniper was my idea, too. Coming an MVP of TDM, I'll do what I can. But, yeah, trying to snipe, that would be outside my comfort zone. It would take me a while to get a game. But Mercenary Team Deathmatch is always there. You know, you've always got the chance that there's like 6 guys with Down syndrome on the other team.
All right, let's sweeten it up. You gotta get 30 plus kills.
Dude, leave me alone. I never snipe, ever. I don't even have a sniper class set up. Every now and then I run that heartbeat
When's the
monitor
last time you
thing.
saw one of Wings' characters move real fast
Yeah.
for a long period of time when it wasn't like between barrel and like a building?
No, Wings, actually, I cut him some slack. I think that would have been really true, say, 3 months ago. But he's been a lot more objective lately. Yeah.
Yeah. People, I was talking to somebody the other day, and like, I don't know how you can watch Wings' videos. He just sits in a building the entire game behind a claymore. I was like, when's the last time you watched his videos? He's like, I don't know, about 3 months ago. I was like, yeah, go watch a couple of them now. I linked him to a few of them. I'm like, see right here, he's running around with AK-47 and shit. He's like, yeah, he is. I still hate him.
I'm kind of proud of my MP5K video I did with dual combo Woody on.
Oh, yeah.
The one on Storm.
How did the comments on that go? I missed it. Like, it just said Woody's Challenge, right? Or something. Like, it didn't mention
Woody's Challenge 7.
7? All right, I'll have to check it out because it slipped by me. But was it people react well to the comments? I didn't notice.
I don't know. I didn't read them.
Oh, yeah. I usually read my comments. That's like the thing I measure my channel by.
I usually do too, but I've been pumping them out so fast lately. I lose track of what video did what. It's not like I put up one video and like, oh, I'm gonna read the comments today. No, I get like 4,000. I get like 1,000 comments an hour.
All right.
Yeah, I read all my comments because I like to lay the hand of judgment down on the haters.
I've been reading the comments.
People.
I've been reading the comments lately because I've been trying to get rid of DJ Keemstar's fanboys.
Did you guys see that Block You YouTube video? No?
No.
What are we talking about? What
There's a YouTube video called Block You, and it's amazingly good. Oh, you guys haven't seen it?
I haven't seen it.
I have to check that out.
By
the way, Chris Trout wants to know if we can like stop doing the podcast for a few minutes so he can go piss. You don't want to miss it.
Oh, we got to tell Woody the idea we had.
I've got to use the bathroom. I need to use the bathroom right quick, actually.
All right.
Since we got partnerships now and we have unlimited time, we should host Painkiller already on one of our channels, like alternating.
We could rotate.
Upload it. Yeah, we'll still upload it to Podbean, but say this week we put it on Wings' channel because he's got the most subscribers, and then next week we put it on Woody's channel because you got second most, and then we put it on mine, or any order that you guys feel comfortable with.
Yeah, you just upload the entire thing.
I like that idea. I haven't put the hour and a half long video to the test yet, but people might like that. Heck, you know what?
Because
it just occurred to me, like we get paid by the views. Heck, I'll upload a promo to say, hey, go to Wings channel and check out the thing.
Oh, absolutely. I'll do the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm looking over these comments, Woody. Most of them are talking about how are confused about you defusing a bomb in TDM.
Oh, did I say that?
Yeah, you said you never had to defuse a bomb in TDM.
Well, if those guys can't defuse a bomb in TDM, they must be noobs.
In case you guys don't know, in Team Deathmatch, there's always a bomb hidden somewhere in the map, and if you find it and defuse it, your team automatically gets 15 extra kills.
It's like
it's been like that in Modern Warfare 2 since the last. Yeah, it's huge. It's been like that in Modern Warfare 2 since that last patch. It's built into the environment, so it's hard to find.
God, I was awesome at that. What was I going to say? Oh, so I'm about ready to start the podcast. What do you guys? How you doing?
Look at the comments.
Give me a second.
Let's have somebody else start it off this time.
Oh, really? I'll do it.
All right, there's going to be
what are we doing? I'm sorry.
I'm going to do a countdown, and like every week,
no, I'm going to do the countdown. It's my turn.
All right. All right, tell me what you're going to do.
2 or 1.
Okay. Whenever
6,
you're ready.
5, 4, 3.
Hey guys, it's Painkiller already, and this week our guest host is AllShamNoWow. This is number 19.
Hello.
No, number 20. Number 20, our 20th video. I think we are the longest running YouTube commentator podcast. So, AllSham, say hello.
Hi guys. Call me Mark, please. I don't like being called AllShamNoWow. I really don't. I just
Really? I call you
prefer
that
Mark.
exclusively. This is the first time you're mentioning it.
I prefer Mark very much so.
All right. Hey, one thing I want to
Now,
get out of the way real quick is the audio quality on the previous podcast was not very good, and I appreciate the say 15 to 25,000 of you that told me about it. Thanks for that. What happened? What happened was right at the end of the call or of the podcast, it gives me the two buttons. You can either delete it or you can save it, and I guess the 19th time I messed up and I deleted it. So I had to go back to the live stream and reconstruct the podcast out of the recordings from a couple different live streams that were broken up, and it turned out to be not as good as I normally do. So I'm sorry about that, but that's what happened, and hopefully this week I don't mess it up again. So that's out of the way. Who wants to talk Black Ops?
I want to talk about something before we go Black Ops. It's a real quick one.
All right.
Let's just go around the table. What are you most afraid of in life?
Now, are we talking about something are we talking about a situation like, your house burning down?
Let me give you mine. Let me give you mine. I'm afraid of water bugs.
What?
So we're talking about trivial things.
So let's move on.
I mean, I don't know. It's been a childhood fear of mine forever. I'm definitely afraid of water bugs. Like, I'm cool with spiders. I'm cool with rats, snakes, all that. Pick them right by the head. Water bug. It's something about how fast they are, and they're like black. They're like a brownish black color. And I know they can't hurt you, but they're creepy as hell.
Wow.
So whenever the Olympics are on, and you see those Ugandan runners, do those terrify you as well?
No, they don't have wings, and they don't like scurry around in porcelain.
Okay, just checking. Well, that's one of the silliest things I've ever heard to be afraid of. I've heard of people being afraid by spiders. I'm afraid of scorpions. I'm really afraid of centipedes, because one got in my bed once when I was like 11, and it actually bit me. I think they sting you. Actually, they have venom. And I was like terrified. I jumped out of bed, and there happened to be a hammer on the floor, because I had been we've been putting molding along the baseboard, and I just beat it to death into the carpet, till there was nothing left. And ever since then, I'm just like if I see one, it's like I gotta crush it. Terrified of centipedes and millipedes. They're pretty much the same thing, if you ask me. But as far as real life stuff that could happen, which is kind of where I was going, it sucks when something burns down, man. When you lose property, like a house burns down, that's really a hopeless feeling, because you just sit there and look at what's burned down, and you think about all your shit that was inside that's gone.
That's what homeowners insurance is for.
Dude, homeowners insurance doesn't cover your family pictures and sentimental stuff, and that shirt that smelled like that one girl that you went out with that time, and you know what I mean? There's sentimental stuff in my house that I wouldn't believe. Not if it smells like her. Get that bad boy out. Take a whiff every now and then. Oh, yeah.
I'll just call her up and ask her perfume, and just spray it on the shirt every now and then. Just get a big upgraded whiff.
That's not the same. It needs to be. Oh gosh, no, it needs to be earned, man. Mark.
Geez. I guess I'll go next. Bees are my biggest thing. Anything with a stinger. If you see me outside and I see a bee, I will probably duck and run for cover, and it looks very embarrassing. But that's really the only thing that scares me to death, is just anything that can move fast and has a stinger on it.
Man, I'm so struggling with this. So my original answer was losing my family. So here's the if you guys don't have a family yet, that my wife and two kids will drive in the car all the time. And it's everything that means anything to me in the world, just rocketing around the freeways here. The chance of losing them all at one time is not likely, but it's genuine, and it would just change everything I'm about, right? My life would be over. And so that was where I was going. But since we're looking for trivial, irrational fears, I'm stuck. I can't think of any. I don't know. I'm not scared of bugs or lizards.
Are you afraid of male pattern
snakes
baldness?
or rats. No, I am rocking a nice head of hair. So I think, I'm 37. I would know if I was losing hair by now. And
I'm about to break down dysfunction.
I'm.
I said
rather
something in the
famously
chat, but I
in
wanted.
complete
I wanted
control.
to.
He's
Go
learned.
ahead.
He's learned to deal with that over the last few years, so it's not really a fear anymore.
Yeah, there's a hurricane miles away from me, and I'm bummed that I'm not surfing it. Yeah. So,
Where is that hurricane, anyways?
I think it's off the North Carolina shore, something like that.
Oh, I don't even think we got a storm around here from it. So
Yeah, the weather was just nice today, but yeah, man, I should be. Shucks, maybe I'll run out there this weekend. It's always glassy when the hurricane passes. I should check that out.
It's been a while since we had a good hurricane. I like all the people that just get scared when hurricanes come. I stay in the house and
They
play
buy up
video
like
games.
100 gallons of water.
Yeah, it's like
They
they
buy like
want you
100
to
gallons of
they
water,
want
like
you to fucking
loaves of bread.
go to the store, and the fucking grocery store is emptied out. I'm like, we make a big old pot of soup. That's all we do.
I don't even remember the last time I evacuated for a hurricane. It might have been back when I was a
I've
kid.
never evacuated when I was a hurricane. I went through Hugo when I was like 4. And we didn't evacuate then either.
I was a kid. You
I
guys
mean-
probably weren't born yet. We evacuated for a hurricane, and it was funny. I was like 12 years old, and I was surfing, and they evacuated us. Like I was surfing so deep into this hurricane that they didn't let me shower. Like I just had to run home, get out of my wetsuit, and leave the island. So,
Yeah, that sucks.
yeah, it was
Yeah,
cool.
salty.
My
These
mom
guys
embarrassed
are-
me.
these guys
She's
are-
on the beach. And my mom, she was a little heavy, and she's on the beach with her arm above her head, waving back and forth, and like her arms would go one direction, the boobs would go the other, and they're just like everything's shaking, and she's like, Matthew, come home. Yeah, and there's me in front of all my surfing buddies thinking we're badass in the hurricane, and yeah, hi mom. So
Oh my God.
Oh,
Yeah, we're
geez.
talking about things that people are afraid of, and in the chat they keep saying Kyle's dad. I got a quick story about something that my dad did this weekend that, or not this weekend, this week. It's pretty crazy. He went and bought these 3 nail guns, and 2 of them are the kind of nail guns that you use for like hardwood, and tongue and groove are the kind that you actually hit with a hammer, and they drive the nail in at a really sharp angle. And the other one was like a professional grade pneumatic nail gun. And he had bought them because they all had something wrong with them, and he likes tinkering with stuff. And so he had ordered the parts for them to repair them. And he's sitting there with this pneumatic nail gun that he's not really familiar with, and he's got it sitting on his lap, and he's working on it. And he's like, so how does this work? And he goes, kapow! He shoots a nail into his thigh, and all that's left is the head of the nail sticking up. He goes, huh, well, it works. He gets some pliers, pulls it out, pulls the nail out, and I'm telling you, it went in as deep as my pinky finger is long, and I got big hands. Like it was a big nail. It went all the way in. Like, I mean, I guess if it had more power, it would just went in like a bullet. But pulled it out, and he's like, huh. Well, I guess we should put the safety on from now on. I'm like, yeah.
oh my
I
gosh,
swear to God, every
Kyle's
flinch.
dad is so bad. That's
I was saying in the chat that I was afraid of Woody, and there's a funny story behind it. We were playing 6 versus 6 versus people from Huppet Gaming, like subscribers, and he was in the connector on terminal going to the plane, and I hit him directly with a stun grenade, and we had team damage on, and he almost yelled at me, and I shivered and almost wanted to back into the corner. He
You know
scared
what?
me when he called me out on that.
I'm uploading that video maybe tomorrow, and so, like in front of that video, there's an apology to you because like I can't explain why, but I really cared about that win. So we played this team, and the other team was good, and I think we won the first 2 or 3 games in a row, and then they won one on demo. And the thing is, I had set the time wrong. So once you planted one bomb, you got I think like 6.5 hours to plant the second bomb. So by virtue of the fact that that we did better in team deathmatch, they got to be the planners twice, and the planner won every time, and they got 2 out of 3 because the time was way too long, and that was the like makeup game. It was like, all right, let's fix the timer and give this another go, and kind of to me like get a like when a fighter loses a match and the guy's like 19-1, he gets to sort of revalidate the fact that he's a champ and make it so that one loss didn't count anymore. That's what that was to me. It was a chance to clear a name, and I don't know, I just cared more than I should have about that game. And AllSham like stunned me, and I'm like moving in slow-mo, and then some guy kills me, and I wasn't cool about it. I'm sorry.
You pulled a Wings of Redemption, huh?
No, that wasn't all that bad, but I think I just reminded him about friendly
man,
fire
I'm
or
all about the
something.
win, son.
Mm.
I tell you, get your assholes and elbows moving, you motherfucker.
I don't know. It's like Woody doesn't even have to yell out obscenities. It's just the tone of his voice. It really just makes you curl into a ball in the fetal position. Makes you really scared for your life.
If you stun me, I'd probably turn around and shoot your ass.
Black
Take
Ops.
the consequences, boy.
Dude, we have to cover Black Ops in this. Who
Oh,
was
yeah,
on
there's
last
gotta be a
night,
lot of Black Ops.
like refreshing the Twitter every 15 seconds?
God,
Watching for Hutch
my
and
phone
Sierra's
had
uploads.
30 tweets in a matter of 5 minutes from Hutch and Adam. It was
I think
ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
All right, I think I know everything. Let me run through a few things and let me know if anything that I know is new to you, Woody. All right, so there are the tomahawks. There's the mode where basically like weapon attachments aren't from kills anymore. They're bought through currency. So and the currency is earned by killing people, just like XP is. And like say if you want a grenade launcher on your M16, you can save up $1,000 and then buy the grenade launcher, completely skipping through the red dot, the reflex, the grip, and all that stuff, and just go straight to grenade launcher.
I hear XP's gone, but really XP doesn't seem very gone. They just changed the name of it. The big difference is that the order of which you can acquire things seems to be gone. It seems like if you get $6,000, you can get your chopper gunner before. I guess in Killstreaks is not a good example because there's no order there either. But like with guns,
Well, there's now.
That's the opposite of what I thought. I thought with the kill streak, you get we'll call it currency, but it's 5 levels, and then you can open up any kill streak you want. So in Modern Warfare 2, there isn't really an order to if you want, say, Predator, Harrier, Chopper Gunner, you can open Harrier and Chopper Gunner with your next 2 unlocks, so you don't have to earn them in a row. But with other stuff like guns,
Yeah.
if you want an M4, that's a bad example too. If you want an AK-47, you have to get all the way to level 70. In Black Ops, it appears as if you want an AK-47, as soon as you have enough money for that, you can get it. Like you don't have to wait. And we'll see. But that might be off. But I think that's a pretty neat concept.
Yep.
Also, you've got
It's going to lead to wings
You've got
running
customizable-
16 straight out the gate.
Wings gonna be showing us how to one-man army in Black Ops. But you got customizable characters, so you can change the face paint on your character. You can customize your gun, kind of like you do in Halo with like Halo armor. Your clan tag is on your gun now. You can customize what you want the reticle to look like on your red dot, whether you want it to be a really fine point or you want it to be a circle or a triangle. And the coolest thing that I saw was that they've got a mode where you play multiplayer maps. Everything is just like multiplayer, except the enemies are AI. So it's sort of like a Call of Duty Horde mode type deal, where you just fight artificial intelligent enemies, and it lets you practice. And
I think
it is a noob mode. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Basically.
It's a way you might rank up if you want to. Like if you're not down. For
I think it's separate. I think it's a separate rank up.
You do?
Yeah, I think it's a separate rank up from actual online. I think it's got its own little thing in it.
Okay. Yeah, I thought.
If I'm not mistaken, I may be mistaken. I'm just
yeah, I'm not sure either. I just made the assumption because people, I forget. Someone online gave me the impression that it was the same, pile of cash for multiplayer. So then that you could go to.
It doesn't bother me.
Oh yeah. In my opinion, the guns in Call of Duty across the board are fairly well balanced. Now, we all know some seem to be better than others, but they do their best. Like, UMP is real powerful for shooting, but my gosh, I could mail away for a new one quicker than it reloads, and that'll get you killed sometimes. Yeah. But it's still a good gun. Some of the other ones, they're real quick to reload, but they don't kill as fast, and some, they have a high bullet damage, but there's a lot of recoil associated with them, and it balances them out. So I don't feel like in Call of Duty it's the gun really killing you. They're mostly balanced. You just have to navigate the map to use the strengths of your particular gun. So it doesn't bother me too much if people unlock them. They're not beating me because they've got great guns. So,
and I'm pretty excited about.
I'm excited about owning all these newbies that just got off beating the computer, thinking they stepped up to my level. taking all their cash.
They're like, wait a minute.
Oh,
They're like, wait a minute. The computer didn't hide up in that building with claymores. What? He just ran around.
Sandy Ravage is another one, man. That guy, like I've described him as a bully. You know, he is going to be stealing people's money in these wager matches like nobody's business.
Oh man,
He has a gift for that. You know, wow.
Speaking of bullying, did anybody catch Sean Anders' Black Ops game with the
Bullying?
gun game?
Oh,
yeah,
I saw
I
it.
watched
Yeah.
Oh man,
Me and Wing were talking about this earlier.
they should have done that. They let those press pass guys against the Banana Man.
yeah, Hutch and Dr. Disrespect. They just like ran train on all of them, basically.
Well, wait a minute. See, one thing Hutch said was he's like, yeah, these guys with press passes, they're actually really bad at video games, and it's been fun owning them. And he's like, oh, by the way, I went negative. Hee hee. Like, wait.
Yeah, Hutch did. Sean Anders went into that.
Sean Anders went into train mode.
Yeah, Sean Anders was playing the gun game where you get to kill your Magnum, and then you get 2 semi-auto pistols, and then you get a spaz. Every kill your gun's upgraded. He went through like the first 12 or 15 guns without dying.
Well, he got
them
right
all.
away, but then he got an 11 kill streak before too long.
Yeah.
And I think it might go to
Ridiculous.
20. So if you have an 11 kill streak in a 20 kill game, that's pretty good. So yeah, Sean Anders wrecked.
I felt bad. Like the time I watched him play Black Light Tango Down. He said they're camping the hell site. I'm like, this ain't fair.
That's the only way to play Blacklight. It really is.
All right, I'm at half health. I'm going to run back and have to face Sean Anders to get me some health. That's exactly what I want to do.
I still play Black Ops, and my whole objective is to stay at least around the health thing, and block people away from it just in case I need to use it, because that's the whole point. Because you can only regen up to like 88 or so, and the full thing is 175. So you want that full thing because you die pretty fast in that game. It's faster than Modern Warfare 2, if I'm not mistaken.
You know what pisses me off about that game?
What is that?
People hiding in the motherfucking spawn.
They actually patched it recently because they have the spawn turrets and they reduced the damage of them. So I'm guessing that you can kind of run closer now and try to get people who are camping in there. I don't know.
Dude, I was playing on that one map where it looks like you're outside in like a little fountain area, and it goes into garages, and inside the garage there's an ammo refill. These motherfuckers was throwing their grenade at me, going to refill, and then throwing it again, never leaving their spawn. I was like,
yeah, it does have some issues, but I think it's an okay game for the $15 I spent. I still play it every now and then.
So,
I like it a little bit.
We need to talk Black Ops, man. It's huge. And
All right,
before we get back to the Black Ops, the game, I'll say last night I was disappointed in myself for this character flaw. Now here's the deal. When Hutch got his job at Machinima, I was actually doing a Camp Hutch that never went live with him that night, but his contract flowed in, and we were talking about the career opportunity and all that stuff versus sort of straight up cash that he was getting through his Machinima partnership and what it meant to him. And I was so excited and so happy for Hutch when he got that Machinima job. It was so cool. And then when Sean Anders got that Machinima job, it was the same sort of thing. Like Sean Anders, he owned his own, I don't really know what he did, some sort of production company, video making commercial type thing, using his video making talents. But I didn't get the impression that it was a runaway success, which is cool. He's young, right? He'll get more chances. But when he got that job with Machinima, it was like, oh, awesome. Achievement unlocked, career started. And I was so happy. I wrote Sean Anders this letter, and I was like, from the bottom of my heart, I was really so happy that they had that kind of life success and getting a career unlocked. But last night, Hutch and Sean Anders, man, fuck you. I am so jealous that you're playing Black Ops. You guys got to play Black Ops all night long.
About Kyle.
I'm sitting here reading your tweets, and you're busting. Oh my God, you're poning press pass noobs. Oh man, I want to be that. I want that so
Let me
bad.
tell you who I'm mad at. Dr. Disrespect apparently lives in the area, so he got to go.
Yeah, he
And
went there.
I'm thinking to myself, whoa. I'm thinking okay, so if we live in the area, the directors could have went. I was like, why don't you send out a fucking memo? I'll fly. I don't give a shit. I've been there.
Dr. Disrespect has gameplay up on the channel. He has gameplay up on the channel.
Yeah, I know. Like 3 people had Black Ops gameplay. Hutch, Sean Anders, and Dr. Disrespect. What is that?
I was ready to pay $600 to play Black Ops for 2 hours.
Absolutely. I mean, you get a vacation to Los Angeles. I could probably work out some way to assassinate CNanners while I'm there. I mean, it would be great.
If you assassinated CNanners, that would open up a position in Machinima. I'm just saying.
Exactly.
No, nobody heard CNanners. Oh my gosh, I forgot how many crazy people listen to these things. Leave CNanners alone. He's a good guy.
There's some guy right now that was like, all right. He's like halfway out the door with a bat. Whoa.
You're seeing that guy. I'm seeing the 300 guys over here emailing C-Manners right now. You should hear the kind of shit they're talking about you.
Those guys I can deal with, right? CNanners, he could listen to this and get the context. It's the guy who's got his banana clip halfway filled already that makes me nervous. But graphics on Black Ops. So what did you guys think? Well, first of all, it's hard to tell. I wish that everyone maximized the graphic quality on their YouTube videos. There are a lot of guys who are like, I don't want the thing bigger than 150 megs. And like Hutch, his video quality didn't look very good. And I'm nervous that, I can't tell exactly if it's because, Hutch just rendered it at BS settings or if it's because Black Ops doesn't look good. I'm not sure which.
No, because Adam rendered in 720p. I think Hutch was just trying to get all those videos out as fast as possible because they had to upload in 2 or 3 minute sections.
Mm-hmm.
So he had to keep cutting videos and rendering and uploading. So I figured, he was just cutting down the quality to save some time.
Maybe, I don't know, but I hope
it looks pretty good.
Here's the thing. I don't care about graphics.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I could give a shit less about graphics. I could give two fucks
about graphics. All about the gameplay.
If it's I would play PS2
graphics. I'll be good. What? Who cares how the graphics look? All right, there's Xbox pictures on his uniform. Yeah, it could look like Call of Duty 2. I would play the shit out of it.
Call of Duty 2? Oh my!
I'm pretty excited that there are no damage or health multipliers in the game whatsoever. No Juggernaut, no stopping power, and no Painkiller.
Oh yeah,
yeah, but I'm betting that.
I want to talk about those.
Is still there for where you hit the guy, like headshots and stuff.
Here's the thing I was thinking about. We were just talking about me and Onslaught because we just playing some Capture the Flag. How does Ghost work? Does it work like kill streaks? I mean, since kill streaks you got to get with your gun now completely, and there's some kill streaks, for example, like dogs. I don't see dogs ignoring you because you got Ghost on. Can you get what I'm saying?
No, Ghost works against the UAV and the SR-71. There is no cold-blooded bullshit anymore. So the noobs cannot hide from our thunder.
Yeah,
right?
because
they're just gonna have.
I was thinking about it. I'm like, man, Ghost would be a very highly put in perk if it hides you from the kill streaks altogether. I'm like, kill streaks are worthless.
Yeah, that's not how it is. It just hides you from the UAV and it hides you from the SR-71. Which I guess is an enhanced UAV because it was a super secret spy plane. So the SR-71 is either going to give you a much longer UAV or maybe permanent UAV or a much more effective UAV, more on the lines of what you get when you set radar always on in a private match. So it's going to be something like that.
If it's permanent UAV, I'm running it every damn time.
So what is the Is it Blackbird? Is that what the kill streak is?
It's the SR-71 Blackbird was a spy plane during the Cold War.
Right. So what do you think it translates to in terms of gameplay? Is it gonna? It's not a bomber.
We just talking about everybody.
It's like a super UAV.
What the heck is a super UAV? Maybe
it's one that just keeps radar up completely.
Yeah, instead of flash, it's
instead of a 3-second interval flash, it would just hold it up. I guess
Yeah, for like a minute or so. I guess.
Yeah,
you probably can't take it down.
A minute longer. No, you can't take that thing.
What if you take any of the kill streaks down? I mean, all they got is the AT-4. That's all I've seen.
Yeah.
I hope kill
in the Cold War, they were shooting surface-to-air missiles at SR-71s by the dozen. Those things are as big as telephone poles, and they almost never hit one.
I hope that kill streaks go down as easily as they do in Modern Warfare 2.
I don't. Think about how much harder they are to get now. If I want my dogs, I got to kill 11 people with my gun. I don't want somebody to be, suck ass all game and just flip to like a missile and kill all my dogs.
I hear where you're coming from, but Man, kill streaks seemed really overpowered in Modern Warfare 2 until the care package glitch taught the Xboxers how easy they are to shoot down. Now my arrows aren't worth very much at all. I think the game's more balanced that way. But I will say,
What
because I run in a squad all the time, we're surprised. Like genuinely, like, wow, someone got a UAV? How'd that happen? And sometimes at the start of the game, we'll mute the other team, and by the end of the game, no one's muted. They all left. They might have, there might have been 12 losers or 16 losers in that game. They just roll. So if kill streaks are overpowered by virtue of the fact that I play with other people a lot, I'll be fine. But I think for the game's sake, they should make them easy to shoot down.
I was trying to think of what you would use to defend yourself against dogs, like an anti-dog piece of equipment, and the best thing I come up with was the monkey bombs from Zombies. You just wind up the monkey bomb, throw it, it dances. The dogs all surround it, they're all so super curious, and then it blows up in their faces.
Now we was talking about this. The dogs are 11 kill streak now. They're up there with the gunship, the AC-130.
Yeah.
All right. What they had to have changed them somehow to make them from a 7 to an 11. And Kyle thought they made it so you had to do the whole button press thing when they come to attack you. If you go to knife them, you got to try to break their neck instead of actually knife them.
That'd be awesome.
We'll see.
And I'm hoping that I hope they're a one-hit kill. I hope they bite you and just die. I want to call in dogs and the kill feed to be lit up for the next 30 seconds.
Hey, you want to hear an
Going
unconfirmed
like a
rumor?
20 kill streak.
Somebody was
Absolutely.
saying that the beta is going to come out the day that Reach goes live. Now, I forget
Yeah,
the
that's
source.
confirmed.
That's confirmed? Wait, how confirmed? Did JD say it? Or did
No, I would never repeat something that JD told me in confidence.
Really? Because sometimes I watch these businesses, from a entertainment practice. I think it's really interesting to watch them compete and what ideas they have, and see the back and forth. Like the phone companies watch them leapfrog each other, or like the iPhone, for example. When calls come in, you can still use the internet for other things, and I see how they stress that. I see how Verizon stresses their strengths, and Halo has a huge advantage in coming out 2 months before Black Ops does, right? From a business point, a lot of guys are going to go to Halo. They're going to invest in their own skill set. And then when Black Ops comes out, they'll have a decision to make, whether they want to start over on a new game or whether they want to, keep doing their Halo thing that they've been doing. For Black Ops to release the beta or demo or whatever they call it on the day that Reach comes out presents a lot of people with a choice to make. Are you going to play the full Reach? Are you going to play this beta? What are you going to do? And that's really interesting move. And for me, I'm really interested in Reach. I went to this MLG Raleigh event, which I'll talk about in this podcast, but it got me sort of interested in Reach. And so now when that comes out, I'm all jazzed about getting my shot down, being better at Halo than I am now. And when I come over to Black Ops in November, because I'll surely give it some go, I'll play it. And we'll see what my subs want to watch, too. Do they want to watch Reach? Do they want to watch Black Ops? I don't know.
Yeah. Everybody wants us to mention that JD 2020 or Josh Olin, the community manager from Treyarch, is listening to the podcast.
Yep. Yeah,
so
I just checked his
there you
Twitter.
guys
He
go.
mentioned it.
Stop asking.
Yeah, leave us alone.
They're just flooding the chat.
I don't know, but if he ever wants to, he's got an open invitation here on Painkiller already. We would love to have him on at some point.
Yeah. A lot of guys are saying that it's a lie, that he's not really here. But
it's not a lie. I looked at his Twitter. I looked at his Twitter.
Yeah, he's actually on there. So, hey, JD. I lost my train of thought. I'm all starstruck. Let's see.
I was going to say this. I feel the Call of Duty community is way bigger than the Halo community at this point.
It is bigger. Yeah. So I watch it on Xbox.
I think I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I agree, but I think the Halo community is older. I think they're more like my age now. Like the hardcore Halo guys, I think they're all, in their early 20s. Because Halo's been out for so long, going back to, Combat Evolved and playing on the PC and all that good stuff.
What was I going to say?
I don't know if that matters at all.
Oh, but I wish that Black Ops did more to support LAN play, right? So I went to this MLG event, and it made me realize how important it is for LAN support to be in a game. They have, I'm going to guess, say 3 to No, not 3. It might be as many as like 600 or 700 people playing at one time. Imagine them sharing an internet connection. Imagine how lousy it would be to have a lousy internet connection in something as important. I mean, my air quotes are rocking here, as a MLG Pro like gaming event, one that you pay $200 to enter, and then you die from this lag-tastic nonsense. And from a company perspective, they should support it, because I know that how well Halo supported competitive play has extended the life of that game. People are still interested in Halo. People are interested in Reach, that would have put Halo down a long time ago if it didn't have such good support in the competitive environment. And I wish that the Call of Duty series included that.
I don't even play
Yeah, I
Halo, and
agree.
I watch every single MLG event that there is. I don't know.
Yeah.
I love watching that competitive play. I just suck at that game, so I can't play it.
Now, let me tell you how much I suck at Halo. They had like a gun with like little purple like laser things. I didn't realize it was fully automatic till like the last day of the beta.
I told you the needle rifle is full auto, man.
Oh.
That's all right. It sucks anyway. The DMR is the way to go. I think they tweaked it and made it a 4-shot now.
I've heard that rumor, and not from a good source, but yeah, I've heard that from a bunch of different places, that the DMR's tweaked like that. So,
Yeah.
Oh, what was I going to say? What other Black Ops Intel came out last night? We talked about kill streaks, the perks. Oh, stopping power and Jug is gone. Who's so psyched
Yeah, we
about
talked
that?
about that. I'm
Me,
psyched
dude.
about that.
I'm so happy about that, because here's the thing. And you've mentioned this, Woody, and I did a Dead Space commentary, and I quoted you in this when you said this as well on that one. You always say like the two worst things, like in a single player game, it's being lost and not knowing what to do, and in multiplayer, it's dying and not feeling like it was your fault. Did I quote you correctly there?
That's right.
Okay, so like stopping power, Juggernaut, it makes it so you really never know what kind of situation you're about to get into. You don't know if the guy's got Jug or stopping power. Same thing with things like Painkiller. Anything that multiplies or subtracts from the damage / health in a gunfight kind of just pisses people off. And I think that just removing it completely is going to make the game a lot more fun to play and a lot more interesting. I hope that Martyrdom's gone as well. If Martyrdom's gone, I'm a pretty happy camper.
I think the only thing that I saw was Second Chance, and that's the only little loser perk.
I mean, ball scratch mode.
Oh my gosh. Let's bring up Second Chance in a second. But stopping power. So in Call of Duty 4, 5, and 6, to me, there effectively was no second perk, because almost every class needed stopping power to be competitive. If you didn't have it, then it was a challenge. So what they've really done is they've opened up the second perk to have more variety, and I'm pretty psyched about that. It's done a lot. Oh, and according to Hutch, people die slower in this game. Recoil is going to make guns miss, and stopping power is going to make more bullets need to go on target. And I'm psyched about that too. And a big part of it is the network connection. When somebody dies in a quarter of a second, 250 milliseconds, then the fact that you have 100 ping makes a big difference. And I can't compete with a guy if I don't have a good network connection, because he's killing me so fast before I even know what's going on. If that goes from a quarter second to a half a second, then the effect of a slow ping will be lightened up a bit, and that's really cool. But as far as Second Chance goes, oh my gosh. Some ideas are clearly losers right out of the gate. Some ideas, like little children can say, oh my gosh, this is going to bring the dreaded sin of multiplayer games. You're going to die even though you outplayed that guy. Second Chance is freaking terrible, freaking bad idea. And people should
This is Second Chance. You get picked up out of this. You didn't play World at War, did you?
Yeah.
It is bad.
What you realize, if someone's in Second Chance and I have Second Chance, they can be like, "Hey, come help me," and I go over and I hit them with a morphine shot, and they pop back up.
It's kind of like Call of Duty 3 had the same kind of thing. If you were a medic class, you could do the same
I know
thing.
what it is. It sucks. It is stupid. It is going to bad. You should be punished for losing a gunfight, and not lay on the ground and get a second chance. That is.
Oh, I remember playing World at War,
Physically.
sniping people on Search and Destroy, and they go behind something, and then their buddy hits them with that needle, and I have to snipe them again.
It is It is stupid.
Headshot.
And then what they do in Modern Warfare 2 now with this perk is they get dropped into Final Stand, and then they stun themselves, and then you don't get the kill. So they get a death. It doesn't hurt it hurts their KD. But they kill themselves. And some guys have this move on lockdown. You drop the guy, he like insta-stuns himself. And, you know, in TDM, I swear I've had games where 7 or 8 kills were robbed because of that particular move. The whole team of guys just rocks it. And it is stupid. It is stupid. JD, if you're listening to this, don't let it get into the final release. Second Chance is a loser, loser, loser. It will suck your game out. Don't do it. It sucks. It's dumb.
No. Here's the thing, though. Second Chance does not bother me if it doesn't punish me. Maybe that's the way it works. Maybe if I put him in Second Chance, it gives me the kill regardless who lands the kill shot now. Nobody's actually asked that question. I would not care if the guy fell in the Second Chance and I can move on to somebody else because somebody else comes along and gets an assist off of him. Because he's assisting me in that kill. I've already killed him. You know?
Yep. That never made sense to me. That's like you shoot a deer and it's laying there paralyzed. Some guy comes along and like stabs it in the neck. And he gets the kill.
He takes the deer from you.
Everybody, yeah, exactly. He comes along, stabs it in the neck, drags it to his truck, and then mounts it on his wall. And somebody's like, "Wow, that's a really nice deer you got there." It's like, "Yeah,
took it out with a knife."
I finished it off. You know, wait a minute. Dave shot it. Yeah. It was running. It was running when he shot it too. It was a great shot, but I finished it off with a knife here. Brought it home. Yeah. Wait a minute. Did Dave really get the kill? No, because it's Black Ops. Bullshit. Don't do that to me.
I mean, because me and Kyle was talking about this the other day. We don't die at Second Chance that often because we shoot till we see numbers. Because we have such a horrible connection. Somebody like Sandy Ravage, he dies the Second Chance because he puts in 3 bullets and goes on to the next guy. And while other guys drop shotting him with a pistol.
Yeah, it's I'll tell you what, I can deal with things like Second Chance and Last Stand as it was known in Call of Duty 4. That was usually the least of my concerns. It was usually that martyrdom grenade that can be kind of difficult to escape. It was things like Juggernaut on a laggy connection, and those things are gone now. And I can't tell you how excited I am about this game. I think they may have found a happy median between keeping us happy, the people who are literally going to, I mean, Woody, how much time are you going to put in this game the first week?
How much time is in a week?
Exactly. And Woody's a man with a family and a full-time job.
Not the week Black Ops comes out. Dude, I have rescheduled a Disney cruise around this Black Ops stuff. I am going to be home. I have 213 hours of paid time off built up, and if you think I'm not burning some for Black Ops, you haven't met me. I'm going to, yeah.
Well, they need ready to fight somebody's job if they need a day off in that time.
The man cave has a lock on the door now.
I've got very flexible work hours myself, and I don't have a family. I can cut myself off from society for 6-7 years if I need to play this game. I'm really excited about it, and as long as there's just not even if the game has things in it that are like, you know, a one-man army noob tube type thing, I've noticed that there are game modes that take that completely out of play, like the gun game. The gun game looks awesome, man. I know it's like straight out Counter-Strike source, and people are like, oh, you just copy Counter-Strike. Who gives a fuck if they copy Counter-Strike? Copy GoldenEye too. That'd be a fun game type.
Absolutely.
I like these cool game types like that,
so
man.
If you know, to the world out there listening, if you copy good ideas, you get credit for that, not punishment, in my book anyway.
Exactly.
That is a smart move. So yeah, I'm excited about Halo Reach, but I'm taking time off for Black Ops. So
there's just too many games coming out.
Yeah, I'm also psyched for Portal, but that's next year.
You know, I'll say something else about Second Chance real quick. It's like, I don't know if I ever told you the story. I ran into this one guy on Modern Warfare 2 with the Second Chance, right? The Second Chance Pro gives you like the ability to use like stun grenades and grenades in Second Chance. Well, he had dual Rangers on his Second Chance, and his whole game was to run around with his dual Rangers. I'd kill him, he'd fall down and shoot me with his dual Rangers, and then stun himself to kill him. They take my kill away.
There you go. Oh my! I can't believe you said that because I was about to say I used to play in free-for-alls, and I was going to make a video out of this and show one of the many ways that Modern Warfare 2 is broken. So I did the same thing, except I was using akimbo Raficas. Akimbo Raficas from Last Stand are lethal. And I would kill the guy, then stun myself, and take his kill away. And I did that like 8 times in a row. And it's ridiculous. It's just such a broken feature in the game to be able to throw stuns and frags from Last Stand. It's retarded. And the fact that it's in the game just goes to show that those assholes did not test their game. Or that they are so close-minded that they couldn't even like look forward and like imagine what a 15 to 18-year-old kid thinks about when he's playing a game. They want to steal that kill from somebody and be like denied. They want to fuck people over, man. It's a video game and they're kids. They want to piss people off, and you just got to keep that in mind when you're making a video game.
Yeah. Hey, since JD's in the stream and so look, on these podcasts, we used to interact with the stream a lot, and the feedback we got was that it wasn't very good. But JD's special. I want to know, JD, is there a way to get the footage captured in theater mode from the Xbox or PS3 or whatever to your PC? So for like YouTube guys, or do you need a cap card and you just replay it and capture it like a normal way? Is there some way for people without cap cards to get theater mode footage to their PC so they can get it on YouTube? I'll let you know when he answers.
Yeah, that's a really big question because and I blocked the fake JD, by the way. That's yes, you'll be able to render and upload a clip to the web. It will be optimized for web and mobile viewing. Wow,
There's your answer.
That is great.
So
all right, guys,
they're trying to take Hot Dog out of business now.
Well, it's
So,
only one game. It's only one game.
Yeah, it's
so.
one game that takes over 60% of the online gaming community.
Yeah.
I record a lot of games, so I need my hot dog.
So to all of you out there who are listening to the podcast, since me and FPS Russia and Socrates and Ryan are running that channel now, whenever you get a cool clip, go ahead and send it. I'll set up an email tomorrow. That's
Hey,
where we send you top 5 plays.
We can tell Gangster Hebrew to stop putting videos on Blip. He can just upload from the actual game now and stop being a poor kid.
Exactly.
I'm just being mean to
Everybody's got
Paul.
an HD.
So Woody, when did your channel get explicit?
This one? Today.
Yeah.
I noticed everyone else you had to click on being 18, and I thought about our most recent podcast and thought, oh my lord, yeah, I have to get that 18-year-old warning thing out there. I know what we say on this thing, and it's not all good. So.
Well, I mean, I usually try to keep it like, politically correct, and then you want to talk about jerk-off contests and stuff. You're the one that does it.
Did you ever have that? Did you ever have that
No.
contest, Woody?
As a matter of fact, I'm having second thoughts on it. I'll tell you why. So, it's not that I can't teach this rookie who his daddy is. That's not the deal. Here's the deal. When I was in high school, there was this girl, and her mom sort of didn't know her place. She didn't know that she was a grown-up yet. So, her mom was always excited about throwing parties, and when they came, she'd like flirt with the teenage boys, she would drink with all the kids, and she would party like a high schooler. And there were times, I want to say she took her shirt off one party and just sort of really enjoyed and reveled in all the all the attention that she got from her daughter's classmates. But her daughter was mortified by this behavior. Her daughter was like, oh my gosh, and certain people would tease her daughter about her mom's behavior because it was, just not appropriate for a grown-up. And now I think about me having a jerk-off contest on the You Ain't Grizz Baby podcast and think, am I doing that to my kids? Maybe I should, keep a little household dignity and just bow out of that thing.
I think you're just
Remember that feeling you had when you're surfing the hurricane wave and your mama was waving the arms?
Yeah, this is so much worse than that. She'll have a podcast in 15 years.
I wouldn't know what to do if my mom was making out with one of my friends.
Yeah.
JD says
We're
there's,
missing some important updates here from
Yeah,
JD. JD
yeah.
says, first of all, we've got the 4-player co-op mode online. And second of all, yes, tactical insertions are back, but they have a way to ban boosters. So, and I would think that you can use your theater mode to go in and submit proof of these boosters and submit it and get those guys banned.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about the scalability.
That's going to be awesome.
They should have something more, mechanically driven. Like if a guy tack inserts and gets shot within a 5 foot square
Square.
Yeah, what's wrong with me? With a 5-foot radius, there's no square in radius. If a guy, dies in that same radius again and again and again, then he's a booster and you nuke him. Make him move around, make him leave. I don't know. Make it time based, but
Make a game mode so he stays out of mine.
That's another thing. Put in cage match. If you put in cage match, dude, you can get all the nukes you want. I don't mind one bit.
I like Kyle's idea. Put in a booster arena so we can go in and fuck with them this game.
It's like, hey, 7 boosters. hey, Jimmy, you want a boost? Yeah, let's go play that boost game mode. What the fuck? FPS Kyle keeps just killing us all. Yeah, man, he's a real dude. She doesn't even have a part.
He got by himself and broke up our. That'd be funny.
Barebones Pro is almost a replica of a booster arena. I mean, it's full of boosters actually.
Yeah, they're all doing the riot shield shit.
Barebones Pro is?
Yeah, they take
Barebones
shield.
Pro is full of boosters. Because you can join as a party. It's a lot easier to manage.
Oh.
Even though there's no kill streak, so there's really no,
another Infinity Ward fail.
I was gonna say, I mean, how do you boost on that? Like, who aside from G Unit can get a nuke in Barebones Pro?
Yeah,
I think it's just for.
Oh, did you see he got a nuke with a throwing knife?
He
did he?
Yeah, he did.
Kill streak with Snook?
Dude, I'm not gonna click that and give him money. Are you kidding?
I am not going to see.
If I go click his video, I'll give him 0.2 cents. Hell no.
Can't have that. So, did he get a Machinima partnership? Do you know?
Yeah, he did.
Partnership? I don't.
Yeah, because I helped him set up his claims. He's having questions.
Gotcha.
Oh, I'd have set him up. I'd have given him some wrong information.
You want to claim it's a song?
I've been like, yeah, I'd be like, dude, what you want to do is like
fill up that box they first give it to you. You want to put all that information in.
Upload that new Batman movie. That'll get so many views.
Now that you're a partner, it's okay to use Eminem songs. Go for it, G.
Yeah. Upload Batman. Upload the new Batman movie, but with the Eminem soundtrack. They'll love it.
All right. Hey, do you guys want to talk about? I have this stat whoring topic that came to me from MLG Pro. So there was this guy named Strongside. I think he was on Final Boss, and he got kicked off the team for stat whoring. Are you guys familiar with this story? Does anyone know it better than me?
I don't know what you're talking about.
No clue.
Oh yeah. So the story as it was told to me is this guy in an MLG event, right? So they play for like 3 days over the weekend, and they tally everyone's stats. And this guy would always play to finish at the top of the stat list in his individual, not win-loss, kill-death. And so every weekend he would look like the best player out there. But his team was locking in like 7th place and 8th place and not where they wanted to be because, they'd say push and he wouldn't. He would, play conservatively and just sort of play TDM in every game match. And they kicked him off the team. And then they started winning without him. And I thought it was interesting. Like, look, here's a guy at the top level stat whoring, and he got booted from his team for it. It was like, there are a lot of guys. That's like typical play in Modern Warfare. There's so many guys in Modern Warfare who play for their own KD, and people are evaluated by their KD more than they are their win-loss. And they excuse everything except for their own KD in terms of stats. Like accuracy. Well, it doesn't matter. I shoot through walls, and I say that too, right? I'll unload clips just in case somebody might be there. KD, people look at and there's no excuse, and that's how they measure a player. And win-loss, they say, it doesn't matter. All my teammates suck. I'm awesome. Look at my KD. It was my team that made me lose. And unless you're playing TDM, then I don't buy that. And it was cool to see it at the high level and hear about guys getting kicked off the team for, stat whoring, paying attention to their individual stats. I wish that.
Hey, I think we should tell the people in the chat to try to lay off JD.
Call of Duty.
I can't even read what he's saying. As soon as he says it, it's already off the screen.
All right.
They got him right where they want him now. Let me just say this. They're being much nicer to JD than they would be to Robert Bowling right now. Imagine Robert Bowling's in the room.
Oh my gosh. Well, the thing about so we'll see, whether JD gets like 402 style hate, come December when there's some poor bug in the game that JD didn't personally stay up all night writing and fixing. But
exactly.
I still think JD gets hate for his Betty Juggernaut combo.
But
But Juggernaut
too,
combo is sweet.
it's his job to influence the development team and get this stuff fixed. And I would have to say he's been a complete failure, like complete
Failure.
and absolute failure galore. In my job, I don't always have control over the things I need to influence. I need to make my voice heard. I need to sell these ideas and get it done. If they made 2 changes in Modern Warfare 2, if they made it so that noob tubes and bumpers, like all those launchers, didn't get replenished by Scavenger and one-man army, and if they nerfed Commando, the Modern Warfare 2 would have been the best game out last year. And it would have been a great game. People would still be praising it now, and they'd be wondering if Black Ops could keep up with Modern Warfare 2. That would be, oh my God, is it gonna?
Y'all ahead of me. I'm waiting for the fucking rock glitch and fuel to get fixed.
when
I don't need to go over there.
When Call of Duty 5 came out, a lot of people stayed with COD 4. There was a balance in there. And if you looked at the top 10 games or top 20 games on the Major Nelson rankings, World at War won most of the time, but COD 4 beat it sometimes too. And so there was kind of a balance there as to who played which game more, even though COD 4 was so much older. That's the position they would be in now if 402 was more effective at influencing the guys on the development.
I'm gonna call it. After November 9th, Modern Warfare 2 is I'm not even top 10 no more.
No, it'll be top 10. But I'll tell you, people are going to move from that game. Modern Warfare 2 blew it. They tarnished Infinity Ward's good name, and they even tarnished the Call of Duty series just by not making some small corrections. They freaking ruined that game, and it sucks. Now we'll see what Treyarch is going to do with this final stand, last stand bullshit that they put in that game. They're trying to ruin their own game too, and we'll see how that plays out.
I mean, all right, like I said, Last Stand is, I agree, it's something that I don't like in the game, and if it were up to me, it'd be taken out. But I gotta admit, Martyrdom's not in, right? We didn't see any Martyrdom anywhere. Just that alone being taken out, I'm guessing that it's been taken out. That's what really bothered me. Last Stand never really bugged me that much. It's actually kind of funny because unless somebody's good with Last Stand, it doesn't matter. For the most part, you put them in Last Stand, step behind cover, and then throw a stun grenade at them and embarrass the shit out of them by hitting them in the head with it. It never really bothered me that much. It's been the stuff like Juggernaut when you're sniping, people one-bursting you through a crack in the wall because they got a stopping power from us, and stuff like that gets frustrating.
Have you played hardcore?
I don't.
Dude,
why would I do that?
Stuff, that Last Stand stuff in hardcore is hugely effective. So picture this, you drop a guy. Well, he basically has 2 lives because his Last Stand health is nearly as high as it was originally. And, well, he only has a pistol. But, dude, a pistol is amazingly effective in hardcore. So you have to kill the guy twice. People in hardcore, they all rock, what is it, Final Stand, Last Stand? I get them mixed up. And it ruins that game. It ruins it. So I'm talking about the one that's a perk, so they get it every time. It's really super hard to kill a guy in hardcore who's using that. And I see it in, there's so much I'm excited about in Black Ops. I love that stopping power in Jug is gone. I think that's brilliant. I looked at the new kill streaks. They all seem pretty cool and exciting. But then I saw that Final Stand thing, that second chance, and don't do that. Don't do it. Keep your finger on that button.
Go ahead. Keep that.
I was going to say, keep your finger on that button. Get that patch to remove it ready, in case the community comes back with a chorus of agreement.
I'll say one thing.
Go ahead.
The thing that makes Last Stand unbalanced is the period of invincibility between your normal life and the Last Stand life. If I could just start spraying that guy with an SMG and follow his body down as he went into Last Stand and put that extra bullet into him and move along, that'd be fine. But it's not like that. I've literally seen people climbing up ladders. I shoot them in the back with a shotgun. They go into Last Stand, slide down the ladder in the most awkward position you can imagine, and then pistol me to death. And it's like, what the fuck was that? It's just the invincibility mode between regular life and Last Stand life is what bothers me.
Yep. Yeah, I agree with you on that. Invincibility mode.
I've seen people get like throwing knife hit markers because of stuff like that. The invincibility being up and down.
I've got a video on my channel of Call of Duty 4 knife hit marker where the guy went into Last Stand as I stabbed him. somebody else hit him with a shotgun as I was stabbing, and I get the knife goes in, I get the hit marker, and there he is laying on the ground pistoling people. Pretty gay.
So JD said in the chat that the gunship is actually a fully controllable helicopter.
Like
Nice.
the chopper gunner. So
Yeah.
I wonder what
You fly
He said
with the
you get
thumbsticks.
everything. You get the missiles and all.
Yeah, you fly with thumbsticks, shoot rockets, and minigun with the right and left triggers.
So it's Battlefield Bad Company style.
And you know how good I am with that
Yeah.
one.
That's what Hutch described. Hutch said that, there's a Spec Ops mission. It might be called Gunship. I forget. Where you sort of aim out the side and mow everybody down. You know the one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the chopper gun.
That's a brother.
Big Brother.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, your name in the Spec Ops mission. Okay, yeah, so thank you. In Big Brother, there's that chopper where you shoot out the side. Apparently that is in the multiplayer in Black Ops.
Yeah, that's the new chopper
Yep.
gunner.
Wait. Didn't you just call it Gunship?
No, chopper gunner and gunship. There's two different ones.
Yeah,
that's
the
what I'm trying to
gunship is
sell.
an actual. It's sort of like a Pavlo. I guess it's like an Apache or a Pavlo.
It's like the
whatever.
Black Hawk.
Yeah. Okay. It's that you're flying from the cockpit and you're operating all the weapon systems as well. So I'm guessing, and I'm just like this is a complete guess, but maybe you can dodge RPGs while you're up there. That'd be a cool feature. I mean, you see a stinger coming, maybe you press a button and release flares. That'd be great. I like that stuff to be as interactive as possible.
You know, maybe we should try to pull JD in here to get him away from these people raping him in the chat room.
I invited him. He might not be interested. So yeah, I invited him in the text, and then it was repeated in the text like, I don't know, 600 times. And he hasn't said yes. So my guess is that he'd rather be a chatter. But JD, let us know if you want to come in. We'll hook you up, get you on the podcast.
We'll kiss your ass super hard.
Yeah, dude, I'll be way nicer than I am right now. I'm so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, he's writing,
And
he's answering questions. He's not talking about joining the podcast.
Yeah.
So,
ARC
sorry,
goes up.
iPod listeners.
Oh, that's
we-
awesome.
We got stream interested. Let's talk about Wings' Woody Challenge. So, have we brought this up on the podcast yet?
No, we haven't.
All right. So, he's doing. Wings and I have had this back and forth argument on, when you're playing the objective, when you're the guy who plants bombs and diffuses bombs in demo, which is my favorite example because it's so dangerous, that your KD's going to be lower. And it's not just lower by that kill, it's lower because it ends your streak. Like, there are tons of times where, I'll get like 3 kills on the way to the bomb and then work the plant or diffuse. And even if I succeed, my kill streak is over. If I had not worked the bomb, then I'd have likely made it to my 5, and that would lead me to my 7, and it would have done so much for me KD-wise. But working that doesn't always get you wins. If the timer's running down and you need to defuse, then you have to hit that. So Wings put up this thing saying that, look, I can pull a KD over 2 and still play the objective. So I watched a lot of his video uploads, and I watched them with this critical eye. Like, is he really playing the objective? But the answer to that, yes, right? There was not a single one that I saw where you could even argue that he wasn't going for the win nonstop. But the thing I will argue is on your Xbox account, you're about a 4 KD player lately. Does that sound fair?
Yeah, when I play with you guys, I'm about a 20 KD player.
That's 20 is not really true, but you've pulled your normal KD up to like 3.25 or 3.5 or something, and you only do that by running 4 and better for a long time. That happens all the time. And but then I noticed you set your challenge number at 2. Like, hey, I can still pull a 2 and play for the win. So
And I think we explained in the dual com why I set it at 2. It wasn't so much of your challenge, which is a part of it. I kind of tied it into it.
Mhm.
But I always set these KD standards for people to be on my friends list or play games with me. And they're like, that's not fair. I play the objective. And I'd never set a standard I myself could not hold.
Obviously, you haven't looked at my KD Wings because I'm on your friends list and you would not be happy with it. I used to cage match boost before I was a YouTube commentator, and that put me in a big hole. And I've been trying to climb out of it ever since. So my KD,
man, you could do that. You know what my KD was on Xbox?
My KD is
when I first got it?
1.2 right now. So
You know what my
They
KD
used
was on
to make
Xbox when I first bought it? 1.3. And I pulled 1.3 up to a 3.
yeah.
I didn't start playing really for my KD until I was I think I was at between 25,000 and 30,000 kills. So I had almost the same amount of deaths. So that's a really deep hole to try to get out of.
Yeah, it is. It's like mine on my Call of Duty 4 on Xbox. KD is 1.6 or something, and I'm literally like a 4 or 5 KD player now when I'm playing like a TDM or a free for all. Or I mean, even if I'm playing domination with a team, then I'm honestly better than that. There's tons throughout the night. I'm constantly going 30 and 40 kills with less than 5 deaths. It just goes back to those weeks and weeks that were spent just being excited about control. I still get this every now and then. I get the excitement factor of just me moving my artificial character around in an artificial world, and somebody else is doing the same that lives across the country, and we're shooting fake guns at each other, and it's just fun. Like, it doesn't matter if I get a kill, it doesn't matter if they get a kill. It's just fun to move around and interact in that way. And that's what really got me started into video games, was just the cool factor of that.
Yeah,
so
games that are all about killing and not dying help my KD. My KD definitely drops when I'm running demo, or we played against a really evenly matched team last night on that 6v6 challenge. So just explain that real quick. Onslaught and I had some like YouTube sub milestones. And, as a way to get back, we do these open lobbies. But instead of just full open lobbies, we have people put together 6-man teams. And then we play a bunch of YouTube stars against them. And the team we played last night was really close. I must have died again and again and again trying to capture Bravo on high rise. And to those who say, what you have to do is push forward, keep them all the way in the build. You can't do that. Sometimes you just have to put 4 guys on a flag and cap it quickly. The high rise
2
is
guys
so
with riot shields.
You can, we play game battles rules, right? So that nonsense was gone. But,
so they never allow riot shields in game battles.
I'm not sure about game battles, but I didn't have a riot shield class that didn't have illegal stuff like tack insertions, and there's something else about the default riot shield class that I think makes it illegal. But does it have tack insertions? I forget. For some reason, I thought it could use
got blast shield.
Is that illegal?
I don't know. I don't.
Yeah,
Modern Warfare 2 is gay enough without.
When I was playing game battle, pretty much the only thing they outlawed was like kill streaks and shotguns.
No, there's more than that. There's no tack
and
launchers.
Launchers.
There's no launchers. There's no claymores.
No claymores?
Yeah, no claymores are an option, but they're usually turned off. No C4. There's a lot of stuff they turn off that would make that riot shield. I think the riot shield class wasn't going to be legal because I considered it too, especially with the blast shield. But what I was saying was I died a lot going for that Bravo flag. And that's what it takes sometimes to get a win. Sometimes you got to take that chance. You can't just stay alive and kill whore and act like you're trying to win. It happens.
Yep. And this is completely off topic, but you may have missed it. JD put this in the chat box a few minutes ago. He said that when you're in the helicopter controlling it, you can shoot down the missiles that are being fired at you if you're a good enough shot, I suppose.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
So that's a great idea.
Better than having it shot down in a matter of 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Everybody saw the
if
rock.
it's like the current chopper gunner or any of the current controllable kill streaks, it might make sense to turn down your sensitivity before you get up in there.
I've noticed Sandy Ravage does that.
Does he?
He'll lay down, change the sensitivity, and then go into the AC-130.
3 is about a really good sensitivity.
3 is where he plays the
AC. Which I play on 3. I play on 3, so it makes it that much easier.
Yeah, on the 4, the chopper gunner, the way it moves and stuff, I don't always hit what I'm looking for as quickly as I can. I have a question for JD, if he can answer this and he's still around. One of the things that Modern Warfare, I think, did really right is the muting. You mute them in the lobby, it lasts into the game and goes back and forth. Have you guys, first of all, have you done any enhancements for the muting, like just nuke the whole team?
Or I think JD left.
Kept it? We'll see. He just posted. We'll see if he answers my mute question, like what kind of functionality they've built into the muting. I'll let you guys know.
Yeah, that's something that really comes in handy because, you'll get in there and sometimes it'll just be the most obnoxious human beings in existence in there, just screaming and saying random shit. There we go. Kyle, you can survey crowd their thoughts on capture the flag carrier being visible. Huh. Yep. All right. What do you guys think? Do you want the guy
with the kill sign over his head? I say yes. Yeah. I think the game gets. I think that it's too easy to cap if he doesn't have that kill sign over his head.
I think it should be. I think it should be more visible than it is now. I think it should have a consistent one going through the stage.
Yeah. Should it lag behind or not?
Because I think it's 3 seconds. Doesn't it lag behind by 3 seconds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now,
I think it should be shorter, especially for like marathon lightweight type thing.
I got a question. Are y'all instituting a like a limit like you did with World at War? Like you only can cap 3 flags around? Because right now that's unlimited, and it makes the games really long.
Yeah, I capped 30. Me and my team capped 35 flags against the team the other day, and they kept 0. So I don't know why they were still in the game, but it's just humiliating at that point. And I got no problem humiliating people. It's a big part
I
of
was
my
going to
personal
say,
life.
yeah, Wings, I disagree with what you're saying about ending it early, like a mercy rule. Because when I play Call of Duty, mercy's not really one of my objectives.
Yeah, but I'm looking to get the win fast. Like if we're dominating the team, I don't want to sit around and get 17 flags on them while there's 2 people in the game. I want to get that win and move on to the next team in the next lobby.
Well, I think everybody wants the flag carrier to be always visible, just like in Modern Warfare 2, because especially running a marathon and lightweight now, and I do know that those things have been toned down in Black Ops. But when you're moving that fast on, say, a large map, you can completely lose sight of the flag carrier. And in public games, you don't have the kind of coordination and call-outs that you do when you're playing with a full party, and nobody's going to know where that flag carrier is. So having an icon above his head, even if it does lag a little bit behind, at least lets you know what direction he's heading in, and gives you a chance to take some kind of action. But if you've got it set up so the guy can just grab the flag and then run for 3 seconds, and then all of a sudden no one knows if he's running up the left, up the middle, up the right, or if maybe he's just camping with the flag. Think about this. You got to think about what little kids do in online games. Sometimes they'll just grab the flag and hide with it.
Oh, God.
I've actually run into a lobby.
I've grabbed the flag before and dared people to come at me.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
I ran into a game one time where somebody took the flag and they had a riot shield, and it was on terminal, and they were at the bottom of the escalators, and there's those 2 big glass like boxes, and he went in between them and stuck his riot shield out to where we couldn't kill him, and he just sat there for almost 10 minutes with the flag. It was really annoying.
And if he had a one-man army, then he could have pressed the one-man army, turned around, and pointed his riot shield. And
he was putting attack insertion down, so if he got killed, he would respawn right back.
Oh, he's not smart then. See, he should have went to C4, and he could have just kept killing you guys as you came to get him.
I ended up just tubing him from Red Roof. It ended.
Yeah. But that's the sort of thing you got to keep in mind whenever you do something like say, making the flag carrier invisible, because they will go hide, and they would be using, like this is what I was doing. This is what I would do to make a YouTube video if that was instituted as described. I would put on I can't remember what the perk's called, but the one that makes you invisible from UAVs and the SR-71. I'd put that on, grab the flag, and I'd go hide with it. And I would just sit there, and I'd make the video to point out that was a mistake in the game. I'd be like, well, I sat here for 10 minutes, and I ruined the game for everyone in the game. So I'd say this is sort of a game-breaking feature. So having the icon above their head, whether it lags behind or whether it's just right on them constantly, and you can tell exactly where their position is, one way or another, that needs to be instituted into the game.
I think they need to speed it up. I think it needs to be constant. Like so many times I'll be defending, and somebody actually grabs the flag, and I'll look for that icon to see which route they're taking. But by the time I see what route they're taking, lightweight and marathon has took over, and there's no chance I can catch up with them.
Well, see, that's another thing. They're toning lightweight marathon down, so we're not going to have those speed demons that, oh my God. At this point, someone runs into a room so fast that you almost can't hit them. Yeah. I was running around with lightweight marathon the other night, and Socrates saw me running. He's like, "Whoa, you scared me! You're like a ghost coming around the corner, like a little speed demon."
Have you guys heard anything about new objective game types? So we've seen the gun game. We've seen a bunch of new free-for-all models, but
I haven't seen anything else.
2 came out. Like Demolition was new, Capture the Flag was new, and that might be it. Third person, if you count that nonsense. Is there anything new, like some sort of global thermonuclear?
Oh, hell. Somebody just said Commando.
Yeah, Jay, you just mentioned that Commando's in the game.
The Commando the gun.
No, Commando the knife.
Oh,
the first Commando.
JD said Commando's in the game?
Yeah, he said they've toned down Marathon Lightweight and Commando. And instantly everyone in the room goes,
he said it doesn't exist as a perk. He just said that.
Oh. Okay. Well, I guess
man.
it's attached then.
It's a gun. They got a gun.
Yeah, like I said, there's a gun called the Commando.
Okay. So it's not a knifing perk. Am I correct?
I'm going to call that a naming fail. You know, they should not.
I think they did it as a joke. I would be pretty sure they did it as a joke.
He just
See
rickrolled the
that
whole
right
party.
there?
I like that.
See, that right there is the sort of thing that Robert Bowling would never do. See, I wish Robert Bowling had come to like the community at times like this. I mean, we've got what, like 1,500 people in here or something. Like, you can instantly get the barometer of how people feel about certain features in the game. Like, all you had to do was say the word commando, and you literally had dozens and dozens of people like, no, don't do it.
I think this guy's on slow mode, and that thing blew up.
I know.
It's on slow mode, so they can only post one sentence a minute.
Yeah, it was
instantly
once a minute, and everyone used their one post to say "Commando is bad." It's like,
Fuck that.
and I defended Robert Bowling for a long time. Like, I was on his side. Everyone was giving him a hard time, and I was like, he didn't write this bug, and give them some time to get this javelin glitch fixed. Give them some time to get the care package thing fixed. It's not always in their hands. They need to go through this Microsoft approval process. I defended him in video after video after video to tens of thousands of people, and now he's lost me. Now it is freaking September, and they still haven't fixed these game-breaking problems in their game. So, Robert Bowling, I know you say, like, he tweeted once, like, oh, everything's personally my fault. Dude, I wish I could hang on well, it's my job to influence, and therefore, if I fail, since I wasn't the guy with the fingers on the keyboard, it's not my fault. It's your job to influence, jackass, and you suck at it, because the game's still broken. And, you came out with that bare bones mode. What? You got rid of kill streaks? Really? Everyone fusses about commando. Everyone fusses about noob tubes. And you got rid of kill streaks? Don't think for a millisecond that you did something good. Don't even let that thought enter your mind. You did bad. You suck. You didn't influence this game.
You took out capture the flag for a while.
You took out capture the flag, you fucking idiot! What the hell is this guy?
That's why I'm scared of Woody.
Don't think for one millisecond that you are doing your job well at all. He thinks that he's responsible for the sales, that he built this hype. Dude, you suck. Call of Duty 4 is what sold Modern Warfare 2, not you. Your job was to listen to the community and get the feedback implemented into the game, and as far as I can tell, you didn't do it at all. And, I wouldn't hire you, 402. You don't do it.
I wish I had me some more white and ice like Woody protecting my name.
Now the baby thing I think is uncool, dude.
I know.
402, you have a beautiful baby. Your wife and family are lovely.
I think he got the most. I think he got the most because all this stuff at Mass, like care package, we had to wait 2 months before they patched it, and then right after that, map pack time, guys. I'm all about map packs. I love map packs. I wish they did 4 map packs a game. But when the fact is that there's problems in your game, such as the FAL not centered on the red dot, and you're going up here trying to sell me something about this game, kind of makes me lose credibility in you.
Yeah, it's basically like he sits there and he's like, okay, guys, so I've let you suffer with the flaws in our game for the last 3 months, and I've given you no feedback whatsoever, even when you tweeted me 5,000 times in one day. But everybody give me $10.
Hey, JD, I got a question for you. Are all the guns centered on Black Ops? I mean, I know you got 3 or 4 different red dot sites here. So I know Infinity Ward had trouble centering all the weapons. Or making silencers work.
I'm going to guess that if there's any issues with that, they haven't caught them. They're not releasing buggy stuff. But, yeah.
I'd like to say something if I can interrupt here. Now, I know we can sit here and rationally, discuss Robert Bowling's his whole job description and that he's failed at it. But in my opinion, for the most part, why he's hated is because he's just the designated punching bag because he's really the only known Infinity Ward guy who's really out in the news all the time. If it was anybody else, they would probably be a punching bag just as much as he would be. I mean, because you got to think that most people that play this game are in between 13 and 17 years old, and they don't, they don't really think that way as to what Robert Bowling's job is and whether he's doing it right or not. They just see somebody with the Infinity Ward name and they want somebody to blame, so they just use Robert Bowling as their punching bag. That's just always what I think about it.
I think you bring up a really good point as to regarding why the community goes after him, because the community they need someone to yell at, and he's that guy. That's not me personally, though, right? I genuinely think I can do that job better than Bowling. I can speak. I could sell a presentation. I can gather community feedback, make an economic case to my company as to why they need to follow a certain course of action. I do that all the time. And 402, if you're doing that, you're not doing it well. I'm about to curse at him again. And, it's your job to gather community feedback, to make a case as to why these things need to be fixed. And you didn't do it. So, yeah, they did. Mark, I think you're on target. People are fussing at him just because he's the only one they know. But not me. He's not doing it right. So,
yeah.
Bad man.
Like I said, there's just two sides to the right argument.
He's the only one we're supposed to know. He's the public relations guy.
Well, yeah, but I mean, there's obviously developers that also put these things in the game that Robert Bowling didn't put in the game. So, I mean, they're as much as to blame as he is for not putting his voice out there enough to get things changed. So,
okay, yeah, I see your point there. He probably didn't.
It's like I blame the guy who decided to put Commando in the game in the first place. I don't blame Robert Bowling for that. I blame the guy who came up with the idea.
Death streaks don't bother me. Just Painkiller.
Yeah, Painkiller is really bad.
I mean, it bothered me so much we named the podcast after it.
Already?
Yeah. Hey, I have a whole different topic. It's not even game related. You guys want to hear it?
Absolutely.
So I follow T Martin, TMARTN on Twitter, and he tweeted today. So there was a freshman senior dance at his school, and I guess a senior girl danced with a freshman boy and got him aroused. And now now their parents are complaining to the school because their son got aroused at a dance, and this is just crazy to me. Yeah. So, I remember my dances as a kid, and that whole arousal thing was a real issue to deal with. I hadn't trained my Johnson to be the trick roper that it is now. So, it would just, sprout up at inopportune moments, and I'd be slow dancing with this awkward sort of butt out pose, so I wasn't rubbing it on her or whatever. But I never thought to go after the school for me getting a boner. It always seemed like my responsibility. Thoughts?
Did maybe give the mother a health book?
I don't know.
I can just imagine that going up in court. That would be the weirdest case to ever hear, is like blaming the school for your boner. Well, what? I don't even understand how that would fall out.
Yeah.
I mean, but seriously, what did he get pointed and laughed at in the middle of the dance? What was the problem here? He popped the jammy hat. What's up? I don't see the problem here.
How embarrassing was the situation? Was the girl like, holy shit, look at that boner? And the music stops, and he's in the middle of the dance floor, and everybody makes a circle around him, and he's like, no!
See?
The DJ rips the record and stops it.
I want to know what she did, right? I thought from the other side, did she turn around and start rubbing her butt on him and doing that whole, we're about to have doggy style dance move that the kids love so much nowadays, or was it just kind of like a slow dance and he, was digging it a lot?
Control himself.
Oh man.
So yeah, I saw that on T-Mar's Twitter and thought it was freaking awesome.
Are they going for statutory rape or something? Or what's the actual charge?
I don't think they're suing the school. They're complaining to the school. And I don't know what they want the principal to do. Serve fattening food in the cafeteria so people don't get boners anymore? I don't know what the deal is.
I don't
know. What if they make all the girls ugly?
You get a boner if your pants rub you the wrong way. A fat chick, if you rub up against her, you're going to get one just as much as a hot senior. That can't solve it, Woody.
Maybe that's just you.
Now, hold on. JD is saying something in the chat, and he's talking about the dive to prone thing, and this is something that I was wanting to touch on. The dive to prone is activated by sprinting and holding down the crouch button. Now, I'm a drop shotter. I drop shot all the time, and sometimes when I drop shot, I'm sprinting. Now, is there a way to disable the dive to prone? Because I don't really see it as that effective for me, and I would really love to still drop shot, honestly.
Yeah. And so while we wait for his reply, I'll talk too. At first, I was super psyched about dive to prone because drop shotting is one of those things where people put a lot of time in the game. They master the drop shot. They sort of get used to it. They do it when it's appropriate and not when it's not. It's cool, and it was a way to sort of reward people who played the game a lot. But when I saw dive to prone, I was like, awesome. It's going to be another tool in my toolbox. It's going to allow me to use this situation. Maybe I know some guys around the corner. I can fly, belly flop, land there, shoot them, or whatever, right? It might be this nice way for guys who are used to it, to take advantage of a game mechanic. And then I learned that it leaves you pretty much disarmed while you're at it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is going to be like accidentally knifing from 30 feet away. Put your gun down, you're disarmed. It's, it's going to be that kind of mistake. So I'm wondering, is this dive to prone mechanic going to actually hurt? I don't know. We'll see.
We have a drop shotter on the team at Treyarch. We hate him passionately for the most part, but he still manages to drop shot in our play test, so go figure. But he agrees diving to prone does not help his case any. So,
so we'll
if you guys would not mind being able to disable that, I would love you forever.
Yeah,
because I don't really care for it. It just seems like a defensive maneuver because you're rendered, you're not able to use your gun while you're doing it. So I don't really think I'd ever use it practically.
And this is huge for me, and I mean absolutely massive. And I don't know if you listen. You've mentioned that you've listened to our podcast before. I don't know if you've heard us mention this before, but something that Infinity Ward does is at the most crucial moments in their games, for example, when there's 1 minute left, or when you're losing and there's a minute left.
Oh, music!
They start playing the gayest fucking music on the planet, so that you couldn't hear if fucking Elton John was breakdancing behind you about to rape you in the ass.
What is it, freaking Donkey Kong? I don't want to hear your music.
Yeah. Game sound is like 90% of my game. I play mostly with my ears and partially with my eyes. If
They were all psyched they got Hans Zimmer. Hans Zimmer can bite me. I don't like your music in the middle of my game.
I came from World at War to Modern Warfare 2, and I was like, why can't I turn this music off? How many times you sit on that damn menu where it goes dong do dong do dong do dong dong?
Yeah, please make it like World at War where we can disable all the effects and the announcer voices. I'll listen to it for the first day or two, but the thing is, like me, Woody, and Wings, we have, like in Call of Duty 4, for example, I've got almost 70 days of playtime. That's thousands and thousands of hours. I've got around 30 days of playtime in Modern Warfare 2. I play so much, so I get tired of that shit. And plus, as I mentioned, like, it destroys my sound whoring abilities, the ability to hear footsteps and react to them. So if there was some way to mute the all the sound except for game sound, actual gunshots, footsteps, explosions.
I don't even want the sound like in the background, like you hear like a light machine going on. Like, I don't even want that.
Yeah. All that ambient sound can go. All I want is sounds that are caused by my player and caused by enemy players.
I want to hear the hum of air bouncing off concrete structures. That's all I want to hear.
Yeah, like complete and utter silence until you hear that one twig break 80 yards away. You snap around and blow somebody's brains out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now JD said that you can dive to do the dive to prone over cover or through a window. Now that make it a practical use. If you don't have to climb over, you can dive over it. That sounds pretty cool.
So hey, one thing I'd really like to see in Black Ops is a little more competitive support. So in Call of Duty 4, 5, 6, it doesn't matter which one, you have to set up all these modes yourselves to match the like the MLG playlists. And for example, the amount of time it takes to plant the bomb, the amount of time you get for, say, letting off the first bomb in demo, the amount of time it takes to respawn, all that stuff needs to be set up manually in game battles. And in game battles, a major problem is people making little mistakes. It is so easy to forget to set wave spawn delay into something, or it is so easy to forget one of the many settings. And if they had a playlist you could just pick off like they do in Halo, and you get it right every time, then that would really support the competitive scene. And the competitive scene extends the life of a game. The reason people play Halo now, at least in part, is because the competitive scene keeps it going. It extended its life, and it's probably the #1 competitive game right now. If Modern Warfare 2 or Black Ops or the Call of Duty series supported competitive gaming more, then it would do even better. These games would last longer than they do now.
That's the only way I can play Halo is to play the MLG playlist. I'll get into a normal game and, everybody's like whoring bubble shields or power drains or something, and I can't deal with that. So I go into the MLG playlist where everything's pretty much cleaned out and it's just so much more balanced. I just wish they had something like that in COD with no launchers or death streaks or anything like that, something that would make it more, a guy and his gun and his teammates communicating, and that's about it.
Cool, yeah. So JD, he replied in the chat that they're doing what they can to support competitive game within reason. We'll see what that translates into, and that he's working with the Sunny and Hastro, if you know who they are. What was I going to say? So I get that something like land support might be really hard to add, although I'd love to see it just because I'd love to see the best players in the world at these events live. But just to reiterate, the thing that I really need is you shouldn't leave it up to me to get every setting right in a game when I play game battles. Because if you leave it up to me, we've got a couple of losses, and we have a couple of wins, actually, from people who mess up these settings. It stinks. It should be about your team. So
I got one more thing before we leave.
I have a cool story, bro. Everyone's fussing at me for not calling out my cool story, bro.
I want to talk about like favorite zombie scenarios.
Oh,
I've never played zombies, so I'm left out of this.
Not like zombies, like the game.
Real life.
Oh, okay,
like real life. Like me and Kyle was playing the Ryza, and I was sort of like, man, you know, it'd be fun if they remade the House of Night of the Living Dead and made you have play zombies in that. That would be crazy.
I want to do it in a Home Depot where you like grab chainsaws and hose and like shovels and stuff and beat down zombies.
But just imagine that'd be crazy. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I'd love it. I think we're saying is like a cool like add-on zombie map in the future would be to completely rip off Night of the Living Dead and make it the Night of the Living Dead house, or maybe
the
mall from
Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead. Something, and you know, maybe make you can't rip the characters off because those are trademarked, but just that scenario would be really cool.
How about a Bed Bath & Beyond? We like run around and pick
no
up bathroom
fucking Bed
scales.
Bath & Beyond.
I was thinking, like, you could open the kitchen door and you run out to the gas station, have the barn.
Like a bunch of steak knives. Go to town.
No, what I'm really as excited as I am for multiplayer, I think I'm equally excited for the zombies. I want to see what kind of special weapons there are. I want to see if maybe now we can upgrade weapons more than once. I want to see what kind of, you know, in Sheena Numa, I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, that there was that like spinning thing of death that killed zombies, and then you got the electric fences. I want to see what else is in there. Oh, JD says, who says there's zombies? Okay.
Does that mean that there's communists or that there's no mode there?
You can be coy with us, JD. We all know there's zombies.
I haven't seen anything about zombies yet.
I've seen zombie screenshots that were leaked.
Oh, were they called zombies?
I've got my Black Ops poster from the thing that has the zombie tally counter on it.
There you go.
Oh.
On the pistol.
JD, I think you're outed. I think there's going to be some sort of zombie mode.
I love that. He's like, who says there's zombies? Everybody's like, no zombies.
All right, it's time for cool story, bro.
Yeah, I was thinking about this one. So I was when I was about, I'll say 7 years old, I discovered a condom in my parents' nightstand. And I didn't know what it was. Like, I didn't know. It looked like a wet nap or something to me. So I asked my mother what it was. And that was the time where I got my birds and the bees story. So she sort of went through and explained that, like, you know, the man puts his penis in the woman and he kind of wiggles it back and forth until it's over. It feels really good and this and that. And there's another thing. Leading into this, a kid on my street, we lived on the same street, this girl, she explained what sex was to me, but she got it wrong, and she got it wrong in a really, really scary way. So looking back, I think what she described was a combination of having sex and having a C-section. And so yeah, it was this like bloody, put your penis in an open stomach kind of more. Oh my lord, not something you'd want to do. So my mom clarified the whole situation for me, and this is really true. At the end of it, you know, she made me feel a little better about what sex was and how it wasn't going to be so terrible. But I told her that I was still a little frightened of the concept, and asked her if she would hold my hand the first time, and she said yes, but she didn't. So that's my whole story about. There's one other part of it on the condom, and this is me at 7. It said each one was individually tested, and I told her I know what I want to do when I grow up. So,
Oh God.
All right, how about Kyle? Do we have a Kyle's dad story of the week?
We want to get off that story.
Was the podcast rolling when I told that story about him and the nail gun? Or was that the pre-podcast thing?
I think that was pre. I'm pretty sure it was. No. Never mind. No, it wasn't. No, it was during the podcast.
Okay. They already heard that story. All right.
Yeah.
no.
I don't think I've got
That's right.
anything that's happened lately.
It was when we were talking about our fears.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. You're right. It was right
And
at
half the
beginning.
people said they fear your dad.
Yep. Yeah, that's how we got
There's
into
a
it.
reason why. It's
So,
taking a nail
alright.
gun to the thigh.
I think that's Painkiller already, episode 20. So,
Oh man.
thanks to everyone on the stream. Special thanks to JD, and see you next week.
Sorry you got mobbed by people.
This is,
Probably
Woody,
don't-
this is Woody's Gamertag talking now. I'm going to miss the next 2 podcasts. I'm going on a big family
What?
vacation. Yeah, we're going
What?
to be cruising around Europe on a Disney ship and seeing the Colosseum and the Vatican and stuff like that.
Oh, I'm so replacing you with Crunk Skunk.
All right, guys. So until next time.
All right.
Peace.
See you.
Later.
All right.
Next week we'll get a chink.
Oh my God. I did edit that out of the last podcast
JD,
for you.
JD, thanks for coming in, man. It really that's really cool that you came in and answered questions for us in the chat.
Yeah, man. Super cool. Appreciate it. JD greater than Robert Bowling. Yeah, baby.
Basically,
That's not saying too much, though. You
just by being JD20, you're better than Robert
I'll
Bowling.
tell you though, if you rewind 1 year from now, then Infinity Ward was like, this great company. They could do no wrong. They had made COD 4, and Modern Warfare 2 was going to come out, and it was going to save Call of Duty. And now a year later, Infinity Ward is this trashy company. Robert Bowling has taken all kinds of heat personally, and they even insult his wife and children. Everyone quit, and they started like suing Activision and like all this craziness stuff. And Treyarch is the people who we're hoping are going to get Call of Duty back as the undeniable best game out there. So we'll see how it plays out. Good luck to you guys in Treyarch. I look forward to playing the
But
game.
then the B team suddenly become the A team.
That's what I'm getting at. Yeah, that suddenly everyone's like, yeah, hey, look, World at War was actually pretty good after all. And Modern Warfare made everything look good by comparison. And Modern Warfare is so close to being a great game. I don't know if I said this during the podcast. It is so close. If they had just made a couple small changes, then it'd be so much better. But instead, noob tubes, commandos, cheapness all around. Half of my deaths feel like they were unearned, by the other guy. He just cheaped it. So, Jones.
So that means we got to pull Bash in to replace Woody, huh?
That works. Will there be a spot for me when I get back from vacation?
Yeah.
You're
I'm feeling so
permanently replaced
replaced.
now.
I know. Like, all right, what are you gonna?
Oh, well, at least y'all giving me notice this time. I remember that one week I had to replace both of you. I was like,
Whoa, that's not fair because I know that I told you. Oh, I've got 2 things to say about that. One, I mentioned it like every week leading up to it. I don't know why.
yeah. But see, I thought Kyle had his grandmother was in the hospital at the time, and I got a text message, and I thought it was from Kyle, and I kind of expected Kyle not to make it. And
From my perspective, like I mentioned it probably once a week for 3 weeks leading up to it, and then on game day I texted you and just to make sure that you knew that I wasn't there, and then you're like, hey, you should have told me. Wait a minute. Like I couldn't have told you any more, both verbally and in writing. So so there's that. But
I've got a question. That whole Control Freak thing. When are you uploading those entries?
So I would have uploaded them now. I'll probably do it this weekend because Sassben Jr. put up a really nice video where they had this come from behind on domination. He's talking about the Huppet Gaming YouTube channel, HUPIT Gaming on YouTube. And so I'll upload yours and the other one this weekend. I just wanted to give the Dom. I didn't want to bump that game that was doing so well the day the contest just ended.
You kind of sent me like a distress message over YouTube.
Hey.
As soon as you sent me that message, it took me like 30 seconds to get onto the game and record something. Like, But he said it, so I must do it now.
Oh, I appreciate you doing it. I forget what I was. Oh, the other thing. So Wings called my house to find out if I was going to be on that podcast, because I guess there's some confusion about it. And my wife still tells me what a perfect gentleman Wings of Redemption was on the phone. Like, she thinks really highly of you for that reason. She's like, yeah, he was really nice to me. He was polite. He was, sincere, and it was all good. So you made a positive impression on my wife. But she's mine, just to be clear.
Believe it or not, I'm a very nice guy in real life.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
I was brought up, the yes sir, no sir kind of deal.
Yeah. So you were totally cool. Anyway, thanks. All right.
I bet people find it odd that like even today, like I went to the store today and I bought like a burger, and I was like, he's like, how would you like to pay? He's like, how you doing today? I'm like, I'm fine, sir. Maybe that's just the southern part of us.
Yeah, that is definitely a southern thing. The sirs and ma'ams come out, and it's cool.
It's like how something I do when I do nervous too. Like if I'm talking to somebody and I get nervous, it comes out.
I think the only people that I say sir and ma'am to is when I go through like a drive-through window at a fast food restaurant, just because I feel that those people deserve as much courtesy as possible because they work one of the worst jobs in the world, and that's fast food. So I always say sir and ma'am and say thank you and have a nice day whenever I order something from like McDonald's.
I do too, because I used to work at a fast food restaurant at one point. And I know what goes on behind those walls.
Yeah, I know the people that those guys have to deal with, so I just try to be nice.
I remember.
I almost never do the sir and thank you thing, but that's because I'm freaking old. But I do the please and thank yous and stuff like that. So.
And people get vicious when it comes to food now. I had somebody. I used to work at a Domino's Pizza, and it had like a drive-through that you could pick your food up. I remember one time, like the pizza had got a bubble in the oven, and the guy looked at it in the car. He threw the pizza back through the window and grabbed it. We ended up calling the cops on him.
Have you guys seen that video of that woman who wanted chicken McNuggets during breakfast at McDonald's and then went crazy on the woman and started punching her? And then she broke the freaking the drive-thru window. It's insane.
She wanted chicken McNuggets for breakfast, and they're like, man, we don't do that here. And she's like, what? And she goes, eat shit. It's like she really wanted chicken McNuggets.
Hey, did I tell you guys about my next giveaway contest?
No. I haven't heard about it.
So... I'm not dead set on what it's going to take to win, but I do know exactly what you can win. The grand prize is the Halo Reach Xbox 360 console package.
Man.
We're also giving away a pair of Xbox 360 games, each worth $60. And then we're giving away, I don't know how many FPS Freaks. So the prizes, you won the wrong one, baby. It's gonna get good.
I'm not gonna get involved in anything that big. I'm a YouTube commentator. I don't want to feel like I'm stealing something away from the community by going into the competitions and winning them. So I didn't even want to win the Control Freak contest thing. I just wanted to submit something as like a precedent or something.
I'll put me a contest too.
But I will use that FPS Freak. I'm telling you that. I'm going to use them.
All right. Hey, before actually on Skype right now, if you shoot me your address, it'll help me get it mailed out. I have to hook up with the winner too. Yep. What was I going to say? And some of the things we're thinking about doing to winning, like I've got 2 ideas in my head, and I might run some of the prizes as different contests. Like for the console, maybe the best real life example of advertising, like throw up some billboards in your school or flyers or something like that. The best real life advertising gets you the console. And for the and I could put like the games and the FPS Freaks in another contest and say best either Control Freak or Huppet related haiku in the forums wins. And
or you guys could hijack one of those things on the freeway that gives you the traffic reports. Those are really easy to hack. You could make that say
dude,
you could make that say YouTube/fpsrussia.
I shouldn't put this out here on the net being recorded, but I'm talking to the guys that run Control Freak, and I'm pitching them my different contest ideas, trying to lock in the prizes for you guys. And I'm like, I've got one idea, I'm not sure if you'll like it, and then I tell them, how about the best real life advertising where they say Huppet Gaming's and FPS Freaks never lose again, and put that in somewhere. And I'm like, but I'm a little worried it's going to encourage vandalism. And he goes, oh, we like vandalism here.
Spray paint this old man Johnson's wall.
Next week, you see it spray painted like on the CNN building. What?
Yeah, but if someone like
CNN
hacks one of
billboard.
those traffic delayed signs, or that would be
Here's
so
what I want to
badass.
see. I want to see one of those newscast billboards with like Huppet Gaming wrote all over it.
Yeah, something.
But, like, I'm talking about the one where like they're all smiling and looking at the camera, like your news check,
Hubbard Gaming, never lose again. That would be funny. But yeah, so I'm pretty psyched that they partnered with us to give away some awesome. To get Huppet Gaming on the news. Oh, I'm scared. I'm pretty psyched.
JD, they should make clan tags 5 so we can have Huppet fully as a clan tag. That would be nice.
How about
That would
this?
be
If you
cool.
work for McDonald's, make the McDonald's sign Huppet Gaming.
Oh yeah,
God.
that thing up there. That'd be funny. Yeah, so we got some cool prizes.
Hey, how do you spell salaries? Is it RIES or RYS?
Yes, yeah, RIES.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right. Salaries is in the stream.
Sounds
there.
like you're having sex.
Oh, to anyone in the stream, by the way, if you want to get notified when I start streaming, you can click on follow there, and it sends an email to whatever address you use to sign up. So,
I bet people who missed the stream tonight are going to be highly upset.
I know that I put up a video for my subs if they wanted to listen in. So
I have a video on my main channel that I didn't want to bump down, so I put one on my outtakes channel, and so I advertise it over there, and I also posted a bulletin on my main channel. But whatever. If you guys follow me, then the instant I start streaming, you'll know. That'll help.
I mean, if they miss it, obviously it's recorded and put on the website. So
I think the fact that they missed a chance to have JD 2020 in the room.
oh yeah, this is I'm
Yeah,
glad
that's
I got to be
special
a part of this one.
I also tweeted it to answer Onslaught's question. I mentioned it on Twitter as well. So, if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, it's woodysgamertag. I actually got the one I wanted. It was, it's one of the first things I liked.
So Woody, before you go on that cruise, you gonna give me that comfort zone video?
Oh my god.
Oh, probably not. I don't know. We're leaving Tuesday.
Yeah,
Doesn't
probably
give me
not.
much time. That would give me till Monday to get it.
I want to play with Woody while he's trying it because I want to hear him rage.
Yeah, I guess I have to rock like a Predator, Harrier, Chopper Gunner. And you'll be like, oh, look, I got 30 kills. You're like, but you got 5 with the sniper. And?
Oh, so you're not even allowed to use stopping power. You gotta use a cold-blooded sniper.
Gosh darn. So I guess I'd have to rock an intervention, right? It works fairly well with cold-blooded. Or
No,
Barrett.
Walther, Barrett, intervention. They all do the same. They're all one shot in the same areas.
Yep.
Walther too?
Yeah.
So that one
Yeah.
has the quick follow-up shot, right? Which is kind of
Yep.
nice. So that would be the one to rock for cold-blooded.
I got my video, but it's kind of lame.
Is it?
Yeah, but I captured 7 flags.
Jeez.
See that? I'm proud of games like that. If I get like a 3-1 KD and I cap 7 flags, I felt like I was nearly a one-man team. So I'm happy with that.
Well, mine's kind of lame because we beat them down so bad they left.
Oh, yeah. That
I can't record when I'm playing with a party because that's all that ever happens in CTF is every day we go through 4 or 5 different sets of
I keep telling people, I'm like,
games.
only cap 1 or 2 flags. Let them think they're in the game.
Dude, we capped like 20 flags on Rust. On Rust as a whole. We kept like 20 flags
Yeah.
on Rust, just non-stop running. Merker Durka wanted to put it on my channel, and I'm like, I can't put that on my channel. We hardly saw anyone. One person would come in the game, then they'd leave. You could go into a private lobby all by yourself. It'd be the same gameplay.
Yeah.
So you going to sleep, Wings, or you going to play some zombies?
I know, I'm kind of debating. I kind of woke up from the podcast here.
Go make a pot of coffee.
I don't drink coffee.
Figures.
Figures.
Yeah, that just seems like the sort of thing that you would not do. I imagine you drinking like Diet Pepsi, like decaffeinated.
Oh, do you guys want to hear why my sleep schedule is wrecked? It'll help this freaking podcaster and it's explicit rating. We're not recording anymore, but for those of you that don't know, cashews are in the poison ivy family. So you can Google it. I know you're on the computer right now, and I am like way more susceptible to poison ivy than most people. So I'm in this little group of people who actually gets poison ivy from cashews. So I woke up yesterday morning, and wouldn't you know it, like the only place I have this like raging case of itchiness is my scrotum and taint. So yeah, like the one
Taint your
place
ass, taint your dick.
you can't get poison ivy there, right? It's the place that is always covered, and like I'm taking my daughter to school,
not
hoping
always.
she's not watching me like pinch and work the skin back in my hands in this really kind of rough scratching thing going on there. And I'm dying here from this. So I come home and I take 2 Benadryl. I didn't realize it was going to knock me out.
Oh,
like that.
Benadryl. Oh, man.
Yeah. So so I sleep until like 3 p.m., which is insane. And then I'm up till like 4. And then yesterday it was a repeat of the same. Today I went to the doctor and now I'm on steroids. So, grr. And hopefully that's going to solve the problem.
I'll share a really embarrassing. How many viewers do we have in here?
1,000.
1,000, yeah.
Really, that many? All right, I'll tell anyway. So about a week ago, I noticed I had these red blotches on my inner thighs. And it was freaking me the fuck out because I thought it was an STD. I was like, what the fuck is this? And like, it didn't itch, and it wasn't like herpes or anything. It wasn't anything like that. And I was just baffled by it. And that's not the sort of thing you want to go to your like normal family doctor and be like, what is this down here, doc? So I was like, so I'm on the internet, and I'm looking up like red blotches on inner thighs. And apparently it's just jock itch, which I've never had before. I've been working out a lot lately, and apparently I've gotten jock itch, which is just a nice word for crotch fungus, apparently. So I went and got what's that stuff called? Lotrimin or something? Swear to God, after 2 days of putting that stuff on, like once a day, it's gone. And I'm a happy camper again. But I was pretty worried about that for a while. I was wondering what the fuck I had. Because I meet a lot of young ladies, and you never know. But it's like
Can't be worse than crust fever blister.
Mm,
You'll see the fever blister crust skunk got from the girl in the club.
yeah, that's nasty, man. See, he doesn't know how to take care of them. I get fever blisters maybe twice a year, and you'll start feeling like a tingle on your lip, and immediately I reach and I get what's that stuff called for those things?
Sab?
No, there's like a product. It's like does anybody know what the fever blister medicine is? Abreva. No, it's called Abreva.
Oh, yeah.
You put
yeah.
Abreva on a fever blister. It's like this little white cream. You rub it in, and you rub it in like maybe 2-3 times a day, and it cuts the time like in a quarter if you do it immediately. And like mine never get to that point where they're like nasty and scabby and disgusting. Like it'll just look like a little bitty bump on my lip, and that's the most you ever see, and then it disappears. But if you leave that fucker alone, dude, I remember one time, like the first time I got one, I still remember it because it was Christmas time, and I had that fucker on my lip, and some old man was like, "Looks like you got popped in the lip, son." And I was like, "No, it's a fucking fever blister." And he's like, "I ain't no need for language."
I've never had a fever blister my whole life, so I'm feeling lucky.
I've only had my lips chapped one time.
Once you get
I've had poison ivy, though. I've had terrible poison ivy.
I've had red bug one time.
I climbed
You
a
ever
tree.
get
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. All right. I climbed a tree and got into poison ivy, and I spent the next week sleeping over like my vent in my home for where the air conditioning would come out. I had to sleep over that to keep myself cool. I was so hot.
Yeah, what are those little bugs called that crawl under your skin that you get from like walking in tall grass and stuff?
Red bugs.
Yeah.
We call them something else here.
I remember I got one on my navel one time.
No, they're not ticks. These things literally crawl under your skin.
It's like a red blotch.
All right, Goliath, I'll permanently ban you. Hang on.
That's nice.
You act like it's hard for me. It's a click of the mouse, buddy. See ya.
Did you do
Yeah,
it yet? I'm not getting the notification. Oh,
I don't think they can permanently ban somebody. They ban
No,
them.
you
You
can't.
can't click the red button next to the name.
Oh.
yeah.
The
You
white
can
button
give
is the 10-minute
timeouts or
timeout.
ban
The
'em.
red button is a lifetime fuck off. Chiggers, thank you, chiggers. That's what they're called. Yeah, ticks are no big deal. You get ticks if you're hunting and you're like walking through bushes, and everybody's like, "Yeah, you get a yellow fever, man." But like, that's the same thing about eating raw eggs. Let me say this: whenever I get on like a workout program, like when I get really into it, I'll drink a dozen eggs a day, and I'm talking about drinking them down like Rocky Balboa. Like,
I'm gonna
I'll
go
drink
play.
them
I'm
three
gonna go
times
play
a
some
day.
capture the flag. I'll see you guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same.
They're zombies.
I'm gonna Yeah, I'm gonna do some CTF. I got picked up.
Uh-oh.
All right, guys.
Looks like that got
All
interrupted.
right.
It's good talking to you guys.
Later.
Thanks for the invite.
Yep. Thanks for coming to the stream, everybody.